Welcome to another pro se representation from me, Suze, the holistic stylist and spiritual researcher, the girl under duress from unseen forces. And this is my disclaimer so I can make an educational piece about the people that are talking smack on many, many people. These fools are smart enough not to use my name because then they know the game's over. Hey, I'm live, son of a gun. How about that? Ah, I got stung. Oh, and by the way, this isn't Elvis stinging you, CW. It's Adam. So look, you're gonna talk about all these things today, dude, and we're gonna apply them and see how you fit into the pie of CW stupid. All right. Uh, I got stung. You're gonna get stung. Better knock it off. Suze B. Pratt versus lawyer Chanter. Let's do it. This is brand new from his vile mouth today.
I talk about my own
And very
spiritual path and
solemn.
my own
Hey,
spiritual beliefs.
I want these pictures out of my way.
I
What's
talk
going on?
about those things
Anyhow,
as
I'm very
personified by my
shy.
consciousness.
Yes, I am. I don't really like to talk. I am super shy. Especially Hola, about, Taco Network. Kind of you got me. Things, but why can't I get this mouse to click out of OK? Yeah. Maybe because I just want that on his head. What do I know? All right, now I'm here to read the chat. I know that he drives Looks me like crazy. A fuzzy picture there, y'all. I can't see myself. I can't see myself. Just kidding. I was upstairs trying to have a private moment before, I had to do this woman's hair. I was all tripped out about exactly how long is it going to take me to do because she's got some kind of BFD photo shoot, and I'm like, Dag, maybe we should like move the time. And oh yeah, I'm not a machine either. Dag, despite popular opinion, and I am a skilled hairdresser, as we all know. But we gotta read Chanter. We gotta read the live stream because I'm catching him live when he's live. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about all action live. And the first thing I heard was him getting ready to talk shit on Shane Bales. And what's up, Shane? Back. He don't need me to have his back. I love that name. His back. Shane. And he's talking shit on Cliff High. And I like Cliff Hey, Cliff High. And Randy Moss how you doing? Cliff High, and so does Emma. Randy, my fine friend. Oh, wait, who else are you talking shit on, jackass? Come on. Rex at the League Project? Rex, I mean, that's my first cousin, dude. Nanu. Right. Now I'll make sure to get all this to him. But I need to read your chat. Now you need to shut up while you're talking to me, okay? And I'll be back later to deal with you full blown. And I'm talking about the big blow me sideways kind of full blown. That's right. Because you know what? I had so much fun with Funny Sonny. And I feel like I can do this without yelling at you, which is always important. So I'm going to put you between the crystal structure here. Where's your collar? And that way I'm always protected. Well, I'm protected anyhow. Huh. For real? Okay. So let's go ahead and rock and roll. This is hashtag play the game with us. Today is Wednesday. It's 10:48 a.m. Central Standard Time. My name is Susanna Bernadine, and I'm representing myself pro se against a system and the lawyer that runs the terror program on me. Remember yesterday he was mocking me again every time I documented, so they can feel me here, and they were hoping that I was too busy to be here because I was involved in other things. But I'm the biggest multitasking girl you ever want to meet. I could be Susie's secretary too. Don't get it twisted, dude. I got more skills and you can wrap your mind around. Okay, so Cliffo says, not a dream, but a truly innovative technology that has delivered from day one. Okay, I believe what he's talking about is the word on the street about this two-way video communication in a system they're not allowed to be involved in. Pixie Forest, yeah, hi. Exotic Matter, 5G, Right Weapon System 868, MHZ, 25, capital M, lowercase w, 800, small m, capital V. So let me give you that so you can have that and we have it documented, and later on we can find out what exotic matter is even referring to. Because people like this want to make you think you're stupid if you don't know. But most of the time he's talking smack. Alright. Joseph says, yeah. Okay. So, Affluent for you has all his coins or her coins stored on a laser disc. And Lee Veltman says 5D Ascension, the event is now. Lee Veltman is your all-around general smartass. Not liquor. He'll agree with anybody in Disney. Alright. Calendal. I emailed you back last night. Pause, no. And oh yeah, they're trying to take my videos down major, and they're going to have a private Zoom room. And I just want Zoom security to know these are the same people that abused Zoom's technology during those 9-hour satanic spellcasting fest that CCN had going, and Chanter, NZ. I know you know what I'm talking about, Zoom. So, anyhow, they're going to have another Zoom room, and they're only going to send out emails so nobody else knows, and that's where they're going to plan their terrorist activities. Now, you also got Modness to be concerned about. Z. And he's got his little network because they've broken off into subs. And they're all spewing the same bullshit. Encoded messages. And I am really the only one that could verify what they're even talking about because I'm in the center of it. I mean, this is a very much targeted attack on me that they're trying to instigate. And I have all the documentation, so I'm not playing with anybody. Alright, now, Xenomorph says CW Chanter, USD, Ripple, whatever you want, then back again. Positive Momentum says nice kill, just woke up. Well, that's a nice thing to say when you get up in the morning. Hey, nice kill. And Positive Momentum says CW, you're going way overboard. See, I think this is a good guy, and I think that he handles this guy. And I'm not making excuses for this guy. I'm just telling you that I'm here to record the Akasha. And this man has heartfelt things to say, and I believe that he will be very easy to help. I mean, he's just getting abused over here. Mentally abused. Lee Feltman. He blames the Mandela effect. Sure you do, Lee. Exotic Manor says the audio is still muted. Thanks, I'm out. Peace. Right. Some people don't want to be involved in this. Positive Momentum says Bitcoin lives. And then we get at Lee, LOL, from Xenomorph. And Positive Momentum wants to know, is Cliff High going to prison? So see, they talk shit on him, and then make up questions to substantiate the claims. That's sick. It's a sick setup. Well, good morning, Mark. How you doing, sir? I haven't seen you since back in the day, man, when we rocked Ferguson, remember? Right now, we're currently catching bad guys. And this is a lawyer that is very angry. He wanted to sacrifice the little orange pumpkin with no face. But you know who that is, don't you?
That's me.
And I've been pretty involved in this journalism back when I saw you. I was
Just
still
remember,
involved
Chanter,
in the international.
it all started for us at that
Consumer
fucked up
Network,
video of
which
yours,
was a major,
spirituality and politics, remember?
hub
Yep,
for
I can
global
see me.
bad guys. And I guess that's why Randy Morgan.
I got my friend with
what
me.
What the hell do I know?
Mr. Hat.
I was just an innocent girl journaling my experience, and so this guy got caught holding the package. You know what I'm saying? You know, a bunch of bad guys do something together, and then they say, "Fuck it, man, we're gonna break up and all go different ways and meet back at the OK Corral." This is the one that got caught holding the bag.
Right.
And he first attacked
He should have
me on a
stopped
show
while he
called
was ahead, right?
Spirituality and Politics.
I'm gonna
And
tell
was
that joke
in
today.
late September of 2016. This is all for the record, and I represent myself pro se in a world gone amok.
I'm just a girl.
Duress, and we want to know how we're going to save the world. We can't even save ourselves because we can't come together enough to knock off bullshit like this. So this is my pet project. This is who I focus my attention on. And if each person had one person that had attacked them, we could clean this world up pretty quick. I don't need to hurt them. I don't need to fight them. This is a battle of powers and principalities. Alright, affluent for you. PM, you just woke up. You're late for the upcoming climax. It is the morning. That gives you some ideas, doesn't it? Of course, this is all about Narubu, and I know too soon. Positive momentum, so the climax is yet to occur. At least I'll see it.
Hey, douchebag.
Xenomorph
Have you met number one?
I know he's going to prison.
The International Man of Mystery?
That's two people.
That'd be him
They've
saying,
already slandered this man so badly.
this is
They
done
got him
after
jailed.
2000.
You know what I mean? That's wrong.
You hear him?
This is not what media is for. And no wonder. Look at this jackass. He wants everybody to sing Every Rose Has Its Thorn. What's he gonna sing? He plays rock band.
I didn't know everybody on YouTube was a rock and roll star. No wonder they didn't want me here. I'm not a rock and roll star. I'm just a regular girl.
I'm 54. If you apply that sensibility, you can see why I had to tell you to blow me sideways. You are ignorant, you are retarded, and you are vile. No, you do whatever you want to do because you know you're already dead. And you said it 6 months ago. You fucking lunatic.
You know what I mean?
Here,
But then
let's get up close on his face.
Walk around the security detail.
And I will read to you still these comments because I got a lot to do. Positive momentum says maybe won't understand it. Lee laughs. Affluent for you says shh. Don't disturb the force. You know who the force is. And I am disturbed. So, you can't suck energy off me because it just isn't possible. Oh, he's channeling. Here we go. Alright. Lee Beltman wants to send you a turd cookie. And Affluent's teasing. And Cliffo says that's correct. David Lux, he was talking about the sovereign citizen guy. And then Lee laughs. Exotic matter. Iranians are great hackers. As are the Chinese.
A little prejudice?
I wonder if he can substantiate what he's saying with facts, figures, and statistics. I don't know.
Anything.
Xenomorph says Billions is a good show, or at least the first season was. Exotic Matter asks, what is it? Xenomorph says, sell all bitcoins now. CW told me to, LOL. Lee Beltman, invest in Qcoin, LOL. Couldn't resist. Didn't I tell you Lee Beltman is your neighborhood? Like jackass, suckass, butt-licking, fucking stab you in the back all around good
Yeah,
friend.
Rex, watch out for that Lee Veltman. He's always up
The
your
big
butt.
P99 says invest in baby wipes. UK thinking of banning baby wipes to cut out plastic waste. Exotic Matter says toilet paper may be useful. Lee laughs and says bingo. Oh no. Xenomorph says at Lee. Bingo, LOL. Joseph says can't take Cliff High seriously. Lisa Gray says John Oliver did a great piece on Bitcoin. Elisa Brittany, I love him. Emily Moyer. Oh, so you're mentioning I love Emily Moyer. Lisa is saying that to Chanter, but Chanter and Emily aren't buddies. That's interesting. Joseph says same with Randy Moggins. Okay, so we've got two people saying that they love good people. Defending them. That's cool, you guys. I know that's hard to do in front of the channel a lot. Joseph says same with Randy, right. Xenomorph, I want to get high with Cliff High. Lee Beltman, channeling time travelers from Narubu. Blue Spear being Alliance. Elisa says I've never resonated with Cliff. Cliffo says dangerous. Stuff CW. Right. Right. He's stepping in it. Exotic Matter. What happened to Fiscal Cliff? No one knows. Affluent says the climax here. Lee Beltman laughs at Joseph. Lady Gaga says John. So there's little poke, poke, poke. You know, they're sharing something that isn't public here in this stream. The big P99 says if shit hits the fan, toilet paper is the best investment. Jet Pet 1000 wants to know where Zoltar is. Lee says Revolution Radio. Xenomorph says the Zoltar machine. What, like in the movie Big? Affluent for You wants coffee, tobacco, and tampons. It mentions tampons twice. You know what good tampons are good for, seriously? If somebody gets a gunshot wound or a puncture wound, if you have a little junior tampon, that would be very, very small. I mean, like, smaller than your little finger. And for people with hemorrhoids and butt problems and parasites and worms, they can also, you know, like take a tampon, coat it with castor oil, and insert it into their rectum, and it will help. And I'm not making fun. I'm a holistic stylist. I give tips like this all the time, and I've said it before, so this is nothing specific to poke at this stream. This is really first aid emergency stuff. I try to give something positive every time I'm around. Lee says Zoltar is on the boardwalk in Atlantic City in the movie Big. Jam says my favorite junkie at Xenomorph is in the house. Cliffo says astral plane, it's remote neural monitoring. Joseph says see you guys. Exotic Matter. Zoltan told me he would rule me, and I said he has no sense of humor. Cliffo wants to say greetings from the NSA. Affluent for You, NSA, get the F-U-C-K out of my AC unit. I can't hear you. Willis says, hey CW, you have any shade to throw on Gnostic Media? Right, because of course ModWiz and, you know, CW and all them, see, they're going to use the word Gnostic and shit all over it, just like back in the day. Which I don't really appreciate, but that's neither here nor there. Now, Lee says Jan Irvin and Joe Atwill and Tim Kelly and Jay Dyer, and he laughs. Well, the first two aren't the kind of Gnostics that I could say I vibrate with, so I get what you're doing there. Kalendo says we're all just calling it how we see it.
Yeah.
And Exotic Matter says it's NSA Nazi.
Bunch of people that can't
Jam
see.
was invented by Mr. and Mrs. Jam.
Nice.
Didn't y'all know? Lee Beltman tags Marzulli, L.A. Marzulli, and Jamstick says Clippo. Alright, it's 11:03, and he will go on cackling for about another hour and a half. And in the meantime, I have a client rolling in 27 minutes. And under no circumstance will I have any stress, and that's what I told her. I mean, My goodness. I mean, she's all stressed out and wants to know exactly how long. I'm human. Things happen, phones ring, animals need help, kids call. I'll do my best to be on time and be in a good mood for you. So, this is the end of my documentation for the AM. I will be back in the afternoon.
Fortunately, I'm
But I
here.
just wanted to get here live. So before I leave, what I'm going to do
I'm here live.
is I'm going to turn the volume up. And I am going to record this footage
Right, and I can say
for
stuff.
the next 26
Since
minutes.
I'm
I'm
live.
not going to say anything because I got other things to do. I won't be here.
Right.
But we're catching things live.
Oh, but
And
she's
that's the
here
way
now,
to clean
folks.
things up.
Have some of that.
Quick. William Russell. Now, Bill. Good grief. I got 26 minutes till my tripped out client rolls in. She's got a big photo shoot today and she wants to know exactly how long it's going to take me to do her due. It's like, man, don't bring that kind of stress up in my crib. Because we're all human and we, you know, if we were machines, you could set a timer and just poke it when it's done. But, man, I gotta go get right with Mary Jane.
That's
I know
poking
you
the
know what
bear.
I'm saying. So I'm documenting Ding Dong, talking,
And then it wasn't even real.
and I also documented, you know, read the chat because these
Right,
guys,
nuts.
like I said, it's about coded messages and terrorist actions. And when I say terrorist, I mean these aren't the kind that like shoot grenades and stuff. These are the kind that have such a negative demeanor
Let's move it
and
just
have
a
no
little.
faith or love or hope. So anything that comes out of their mouth just creates dissent among the masses. And if this is the kind of lawyer I need to get me out of trouble, well, no wonder we're all going to hell in a handbasket here across Mother Earth, you see? So I represent myself pro se. But I'm so glad you're here. I don't expect you to find this interesting, but like I said, it's about documentation. So I'm going to put the daggum phone down, and I'm going to go get right. You know, send your love to my wife. And take it easy, brother. We are going to have that 1,000 years of peace and love and a heaven on earth that we create. We're going to do it. Either that or we're going to go out trying, my friend. Oh, Max Spears is a super soldier that they made a bunch of money on his death. So see, the death cult is any time you prostitute the memory of someone, and you're also getting yourself involved in the case of hagiography. You could reference Margaret Thatcher. When she bit the bullet, even though she was dirty to the bone, people were getting taken to jail if they talked about it. And these people are definitely creating huge cases of libel, slander, and then they're going to tell you how you are. And you know, that drives me fucking bananas. I'll never roll over for these kind of schmucks. Alright, I gotta go. Chanter, I think you should be hung up, tarred, and feathered. I think they ought to fuck you up. You want to know the truth. Could I be any more serious about these things? I mean, if I need to write a letter, I could. You know, I could do whatever you think would be prudent. Like, if I haven't done enough now. And these guys are trying to get my videos taken down on YouTube, but it's my creative content, and I can use this to criticize and to teach and all these things, but they're trying to attack me, but good luck to them, because I got #1 in my back pocket. You need to quit lying about all your dirty, nasty, rotten habits.
Right.
You need to get some respect for ladies.
That house got enough value that you would talk about it at all.
Because they're broads to him, not
Find out
ladies.
that's your personal choice.
There's a
If
difference.
you can't talk about it calmly,
You see that?
if it gets you upset or angry,
You're not
you shouldn't
calm.
watch my stuff.
You're not calm.
Because there's no point in being angry about it.
I'm not angry.
There's no point in taking it
I'm
personal.
enjoying. Oh no, I take it personal because you're talking about
It
me,
really is what it
dude.
is.
You are talking about me, and you will not admit it because you have not spoken my name. Once you speak my name, it's all over Chinatown.
So, and also the notion that is.
Hey guys,
So calm down.
watch out for the coast. We got
Also, I want to
hurricanes.
say he made like 3 or 4 videos yesterday. The last of which he made. First of all, let me
I'll make as many
correct the
videos
factual-
as I want.
correct the factual error.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know what Robert Stanley's eye color is, but I know the following.
What?
Adolf Hitler had brown eyes.
I got
Adolf
brown
Hitler had
eyes.
brown eyes.
I got brown eyes.
That was part of the thing that was so unusual about his love, the Aryan ideal and the blonde-haired, blue-eyed ideal.
I got red
Look
hair
at the whole
and brown eyes.
reflected on it with all
They used to burn us just for having this color hair. Redheads. Burn them all.
I'm walking away
that
from you.
he was portraying an ideal or saying there was an ideal that he didn't approach.
Let's get the Glasscock family
He
book.
didn't have blonde hair and he didn't have blue eyes. He had brown hair and brown eyes. The second thing of all is this, is that you went from 0 to Hitler real quick. You made 4 videos about me yesterday, culminating in a late night rant. Basically, you somehow put me, Robert Stanley, Adolf Hitler, and Queen Elizabeth in the same category because we all have blue eyes. Well, number one, again, factual correction, Adolf Hitler had brown eyes. But number two,
So
where are you going
everybody
to go
with
from
brown
there? Like,
eyes
you should pace yourself.
is
It's
now
just a simple,
associated
simple
to
piece
the
of
Fuhrer
advice.
in
Really,
his mind.
to understand where it is, you know. Once you go
What a
Hitler,
crock of
it's
shit
like
that is.
nothing else you can
How
do.
many brown-eyed Chanters are there?
Time to kind of parse it
Good
out.
grief. Talk about Okay. Says the Glasscocks since the Civil War.
Thank you for taking the time. Thank you everybody for thinking that I had.
This book of all the Glasscocks past, whose names live on now and forever. Hey, don't love him or hate him. It's all about positive indifference. See, I don't hate him. I won't give him that energy. And I can't love him because I'd be a liar. So, I'm positively indifferent. Tells how they brought all the books, the records together. And the artwork is by Robert Sanford, an American artist and illustrator. You remember the artwork, right? See the beautiful golden tree? The tree of life, Glasscocks, since the Civil War. Oh, he's talking to the galactic peeps with that white tongue and them jumping white bugs that dance. Alright. We have a great quote by Daniel Webster. It says, "It is a noble faculty of ours which enables us to collect our thoughts, our sympathies, and our happiness with what is distant in place or times, to hold communion with our ancestors. We become their contemporaries, live the lives they lived, endure what they endured, and partake of the rewards which they enjoyed." Daniel Webster. Now we're actually here to heal our lineage. We're not going around this cycle again. If we do what we're supposed to do, we heal our lineage, which is really nice. Suze Pratt.
That's a big part of the question. I'll tell you exactly what's up with Suze Pratt. Significant videos.
Here we
They're
go.
highly critical of me.
Here we go.
They don't make a lot of sense to me, though I've added one.
Because he forgot. Because I'm nobody.
I'm thankful she gave me any attention, though I'm not happy that she's unhappy. But
Oh, I'm very unhappy.
Many people know Susan Pratt and know her online. This is very common for her to do. She's very particular. She's very demanding. She appeared on a live stream with us back in the day, back in maybe in 2015 or
Spirituality and
2016.
politics.
We all had to immediately kowtow to her needs, take care of her needs. She
Absolutely
was there
not.
with Michael Lamieros, with the audacity of suggesting that he disagreed with her opinion about the existence of Atlantis. At which point she went into an emotional shame spiral
Not
that only
true.
Reamsey could save her from
I got the
by
footage.
praising her home decorations, which I will say it had class. You know what I
We'll
mean?
go
It's
get
a
the
classy
footage,
gal.
jackass.
So, and after that, she wanted to. I think she wanted to do more things, but as I
No,
would
you were
speak
in
to
with
you, I was
Mel and
having
Biggie, and
trouble
I
managing social
refuse
media.
to speak
I
to
was
you
having
again.
trouble managing a
Shut
lot of,
up when you're
keeping in
talking
touch
to
with
me.
people or making all the connections I wanted to make. And I think she felt slighted and dissed by that. So her
No,
response to that
you were
is
using
that I've
me.
never done anything to insult her, to
Bullshit.
the best of my knowledge.
Liar.
Well, she put me on blast. I made a whole
Oh,
bunch
I'm
of
gonna put you on
serious
big
videos talking
blast.
about me being a jerk
We'll
and
be
that what
playing
kids don't
your
do and all this
spirituality
stuff.
and politics
Taking
thing
things out of
again.
perspective completely, but that's Suze Pratt.
That's
Suze
Suze
Pratt
Pratt.
never met a bridge she didn't want to burn. And she's at what? X number of subscribers, and I've got X amount of subscribers,
I
and
didn't
it
get
is
in
what
it
it
for the
is. Life
subscribers, and
moves
you
on.
guys wanted to bury
I've
me.
handled criticism
Keep
well.
going,
Just ask
jackass.
our friend Jam Shtick. Jam Shtick, love you. Thank you for consistently coming out and participating. God bless you. You know what I mean? I hope you have fun out there. I hope you're getting something out of this. I really do. Lord knows I am. You know what I mean? You're making me a better, stronger person. I'm learning to
Hey,
deal
I'm
with,
only here to help.
problems and criticism
Can I get rid of
by
them
dealing with
parasites
problems
and
and
worms
criticism.
for you? We'll have to take a big chunk. Is that okay?
This is MW Lopez. Here, I'm working, but what if our community is supposed to be new? Why do we keep on bringing back old stuff? A very good and interesting question. As we interact with communities and societies, big stream or low stream, in real life or online, we get life lessons. You know what I mean? And we try to
Oh, yeah,
figure it
you
out.
do,
You know,
dead man.
it's a tough thing. This. Hi CW. I asked Rose to debate you, and never. I guarantee you she's not going to debate me, though I invited her to debate me. Her response to the invitation to the debate was, fuck you, I've got nothing to say to you, yada, yada, yada. She still leaves comments from that video, so I'm
Am
sure
I
she's
Rose,
still be tuned
too?
in. We were just talking about Sue's Pratt. When we talks about those,
Ah,
it's the same thing. Instead, she
right.
was fighting with me, she was fighting with this other guy, Robert W. Lester. That went back and
Who?
forth to no avail. You
Not
know what I
me.
mean? It's just,
Rose?
whatever. What's my position on IQ? My position on IQ is that it's got very limited value. And oh, absolutely, I saw her good tonight. I love it. I think I put it into onto one of my playlists. CW channel. What's my position on IQ? So here's my position on IQ. Particularly problematic. Number one, it's a complex subject matter that we're tempted to take as just like it's a given.
They don't
Like
know
the
how I
existence
do
of
what
an
I
IQ
do.
score, like a credit score, or like 1 + 2 = 3. That it's just a given, or that it's a scientific um, law like gravity or evolutionary biology. It is not. It is a highly complex and contested subject. Also, what ends up happening now, the most times when we talk about IQ, especially in regards to Jordan Peterson and Stephen Molyneux
Isn't he
and the
funny?
alt-right and whatever, is we're
Because
often
only men
talking
have
about the
IQs.
average IQ of different racial minorities and
Uh-huh.
groups, and therefore people making arguments about why we shouldn't let too many people from sub-Saharan Africa into France, or it's going to destroy France because they're stupid. Right? The
Uh-huh.
sub-Saharan Africans are
Yeah.
stupid. They've got a stupid
Uh-huh.
culture. They're stupid people. We
Listen.
know this because of their average IQ, and we're not racist because we know that the average IQ of Asians is so much through the roof. It's silly, and I'll tell you why. You've never ever met a statistic in your life. You never met a statistic in your life. A statistic is an intellectual abstraction. It is a tool of limited value to scientists and technicians and statisticians in order to keep themselves in jobs,
Here's a
in order
lawyer.
to try and get some sort of handle on how to do work
Oh, lawyer
with
getting sued.
populations. You have never met a statistic, right? So when we start talking about the average IQ of various ethnic groups, the entire reason that
What
people
about
have that
redheads?
conversation is so that as a
With
white
negative
person,
blood,
they
you
can look at a
jackass.
black person and assume that if they're a doctor,
Did
a
you hear
lawyer,
him,
a
dude?
mayor, or a judge,
I mean,
the only
really?
reason they got that job was because of affirmative action Well, because of
I mean, he's
the
cocky and
residents,
he
or
don't
the
even have a big schlong.
stupid, and this guy over here in the MAGA
Remember you
trucker
pulled it
hat,
out on the
you know,
public
is doing
airwaves
the
and nobody
smarty pants
saw
of
it?
the situation. It is
That's
a silly
not good.
thing because it encourages people to think about people as statistics and averages, even though there's no such thing. There's all sorts of different ways to measure intelligence. There are. And Jordan P. Peterson comes out and says,
I
this is
break
part of the reason
out
we
in a
can
cold,
criticize
cold
him.
sweat.
He's a statistician.
Yeah, he's gonna
And he
sting
talks
you,
about
man.
the
You don't get it. There's a few people that like
distribution.
me in this
That's
world.
highly contested. When Sam Harris
I'm
spoke
glad
to
you
Charles
slandered
Murray,
me today,
Charles
though.
Murray's
At least
statistics
we can
are
get on with the
highly
activities
contested. They
now.
are. And the argument's going to be
Use
that
my
there's
legal name, you
contested because
jackass.
of political correctness. Let me tell you that if you look at the
You're a
material
lawyer.
information, if you, yes, I would,
Yes? Oh, your wife? Your wife
no, don't
busted
take
you?
a shower.
Oh, shit.
Well, not to drink
Look at the
water,
blush.
then take a shower.
Yeah, go take a shower.
The
Fuck.
the
Bullshit.
the
You
temptation is to just think
you
that this
got
stuff is set
stung,
in
bitch.
stone. And it's really not. It's a complex thing that's talked about in debate to this day. But there's plenty of people on the Charles Murray side, on the Sam Harris side, on the Gad Sad side, on the Jordan B. Peterson side, on the Stephen Molyneux side, who think that the debate is settled. It's not. It's
Oh no,
really
our
not.
debate's not
And
so.
if you look at both sides
Oh
of the
no, sir,
perspective,
Channel
both
Lot.
sides of the picture,
You and
you'll
I
see that
got
it's
some
not. What happens is
public
that people
debates
tune
here
into
we're
just one
conducting.
side of the story, and then they pat themselves on the back because they think that they're
We'll be
so
playing your
smart.
show,
They think that they've
Spirituality and
learned a lot on the
Politics,
subject because they've not only heard about,
and the evidence I documented in over a year
Sam
ago.
Harris, Charles Murray,
Screwball.
Stephen Molyneux,
You're too busy to look at my
Jordan
channel
B.
because I'm
Peterson, and Gad
nobody.
Saad.
And
They're
I
just
only
as
got
independent. They're plenty of good
228
guys like
viewers, and you
Father
got
Saad, so
2,400. You are king
and they take
of
that
the
and
fucking
they
shit
stand
pile.
against about
And
stuff.
I'm nobody,
And then
remember?
they think that no, they've
And
seen
that's how
both
you
sides
got
of
in
the
this
story because
trouble.
in addition to listening to
You,
these guys,
Melanie
they've also
Vernays,
subscribed to all
Richard
this stuff
Vermays,
getting
you know,
wrecked
Mel and
channels
Biggie,
as well.
your fucking
This
buddy
SJW
Z.
getting wrecked.
You better watch out
The,
going into that Zoom room.
the
Zoom is gonna
survival
bust
strategy is
you
like, here's why
and
I'm
your buddy
communist.
Modwiz.
I'm a communist.
You think I don't
I'm
know?
socialism. Can you tell us why you believe in socialism and why you think that's a valid political point of view? Even though we saw what happened in the Soviet
Anybody
Union.
that needs a
You're
good
just,
lawyer,
yeah,
don't
you're
call
fucking
him.
glorifying me communist. I'm the, you know, they present
I
the
think we
idea
should
that
represent
everybody on
ourselves
college
pro
campus
se.
is
Hey,
screaming
your
with their
face
headphones on
froze.
and weird head,
Oh, I
weird hair
froze.
color like this.
Wait a second.
Nonsense.
I'm froze and
Nonsense.
your face is
There's
froze.
plenty of learned
But we're
feminists
still
out there
live
that can
streaming. Is
school
somebody
all
trying
these
to hack
people.
us, you
They're
think?
not going to appear on the news
That's
channel
always good
because
to
you
catch
can't
current time.
take 5
Let's
seconds
go to
of what people
Sepia
did
so we get
and then
more.
wrecked
Oh,
anything
can't go to
anything
Sepia.
of Sam
All
Harris'
right.
response and throw down your
Whoever
live
was in
stream
the
and your
chat
cigar and
just
your mouth
left.
and
The
go,
person that is
"Ew."
trying to
You
fuck
know
it
what I
up
mean? Like
just
my
left.
N-word, my N-word,
So we
like
got a
that.
timestamp. We'll know who was here. Right? Right, because they
It
don't
is what it
care.
is. So there you go. Any other questions? Feel free to keep
Mm,
them.
very interesting. So you can hear my voice because I'm live streaming into my phone. And you can also still hear your voice. Ha ha ha. That's funny. You see?
Thoughts on
Because
intersectionality?
you're on the Apple computer in front of the camera and see anything.
But they don't necessarily.
So something has been taken down in my phone.
You know, my bread and butter, and I don't necessarily.
Boy, Chanter, you're in big trouble
But
now.
I'm exploring them.
You mentioned my name and tried to hack on the same day, and you don't think they're gonna track this back? I mean, fuck, man. Shut my phone down if you're super cool. What kind of wizard are you? What kind of rituals you all practice at the moons? Spirituality and politics, right. You better rub them worms out of your eyes.
I'm of the opinion that all
All politics.
that we like to think that our political persuasions, our point of view, are based on
Here, I'll put it right up here.
logic and rationality.
That way we'll be able to hear 'em.
Logical, rational approach to evaluating the different arguments. Bullcrap. It's psychology.
That's Adam.
Is all psychology.
That's the international man of
People's,
mystery you're going to be
tendency
dealing with.
fear, people's tendency to anger, whether or not they're happy.
Oh, I'm not
or sad, whether they
angry.
feel
I'm having the time of my life.
comfortable or safe, or whether they feel like under threat. This is.
I'm
what
stepping
these
into a new
political
role,
dispositions.
fool.
Also, it's very common. Your dad was a liberal and he gave you a hard time, well, now you're a conservative.
You know what? Shut the fuck up, would you?
Political point of view. is often a product of family dynamics and trauma and all that other good stuff. So it is what it is. So that's my take on politics. Is that really it's an expression of people's psychology rather than anything else. Oh, one last thing I do want to talk about this, and then we'll end here. Q, because I know I put Q in the title, and my apologies. I feel like I did a good job of not lying to people about cryptocurrency and discussing it right away at the beginning of the video. So we'll end up on Q. I say this is that it's great. So people were critical of Q. Number one, the Q thing is absolutely falling apart at the seams. We talked about the dynamic of the arc. Q is absolutely coming to the end of its trail. It really is. It really is. The number of permutations that have gone back and forth, the number of promises that haven't been kept, the fact that, like it or love it, Q has got nothing to say about the Mueller investigation. He's got nothing to say about, he's never said anything about Michael Cohen getting arrested now and all this stuff. He's got nothing to say about all this stuff. He just keeps on running his goddamn mouth. So here's the deal with the final death of Q. So people were asking him for proof of this. When's the mother of all bombs gonna hit? And this is my boy on
The
Twitter.
mother of all bombs.
Um,
So, hey, whoever you are that's here,
uh,
I'm being hacked again. The network's picking it up, and they've froze my screen. I have no camera on my iPhone, as you can see here in this magic illustration. Now, you can't see Sir Chan a lot because my camera has been disabled, but my live stream's on. But you can hear his dumbass talk. So on the day that he publicly slanders me and makes up a lie is the same day that I get hacked again. But for all you hackers, you gotta realize my phone and computer is so full that your piss-ass tricks can't blow my computer up or destroy my evidence. Get a clue, stop, drop, and roll, and shut the fuck up when you're talking to me and blow me sideways too. Okay? This will go a lot easier for you if you do. I'm holding you right up to the computer so you get the full volume of the nonsense. Here we go. Oh, and that's Mr. A.P. They call him the Spirit of Elvis, singing from an album called I Got Stung.
We conceded too much land to the right. I'm a leftist. Everyone fucking
Boy,
knows
I
it.
sure
It is
need
what
some
it
love
is.
tonight.
Check out my boy Positive
Dadgummit.
Momentum for more lefty love if you're into that sort of thing. Really, honestly, check out Positive Momentum.
World War III. Who would have thunk it was like this?
Back to Q. So, anyways,
I would have never
the
known.
latest Q drop is.
You guys can hear me over there, right?
That he said
I'm about
things
7
like,
inches away from
think
you.
rationally. Look at all these things that are actually happening. And so, the event, we put an end to that event.
And the event is not the Blue Avians and Wilcock and Good. We got another event. It's called the Spirit of Elvis. And these jackasses are trying to stand in the way of it.
And with the security detail.
You probably love Graceland too. Look at you using your boogie boogie thing. Or is that how you talk on the phone?
It is what it is, baby.
Here's what I like to do.
So
Go like that.
He basically gave a laundry list of names.
That means you're a schmuck.
So how can you say that there's not progress? How can you say that just think rationally? And then he listed all these names of people that were retiring,
you better retire.
Or who were not running for office again, right? And
42 years old. Major crisis year. It's called the angel years.
Channels that analyze this Q, and they were listing.
Maybe there's a naughty angel coming for you with a fork.
At least this is not a direct statistic.
Oh yeah.
89% of the names are.
And while you're playing Rock Band and thinking you're a BFD, you got to figure out that some of these cosmic celestial beings, why wouldn't they play musical instruments and have voices like angels? I mean, what kind of stupid are you? Really? I mean, I know I'm more than human, so they must know they're more than human. And we must be all together doing this thing, fighting y'all, which is the powers and principalities. Oh yeah, an atheist telling me about spirituality. Blow me sideways. Somebody's saying I'm mentally unstable because I've had spiritual experiences. Blow me sideways.
So they named
Anybody that
all
lures
these
me into a
other
program to
people,
abuse
and
me,
they're all Republicans.
bunch of weird men.
The voice of the people that are listing out
Oh
the names.
yeah,
They're all
there's real
Republicans.
men that don't
Why are
like that.
retiring
They
or
protect
not?
women.
Because they know they can't get elected anymore. Corker. All these people.
What are they going to elect
Kennedy,
you
who
to?
was a right-wing
You don't even want to
Republican
know,
on
do you?
Fox News. All these people are Republicans.
See, now he's talking about Republicans. It's either about Republicans or Democrats. It's either about liberals or conservatives. He uses so many labels just to tear people apart. In our wheel that'll be on the front of this video, we have 8 different sections in the pie that represents what he's talking about. So I'm going to get off this screen. Hang on, I'm going to Facebook, man. And from there, see, they can still hear your big mouth. And from there, I'm going to read oh, it's 6 sections.
Aurelius hired an assistant to follow him as he walked through the Roman town.
Hey, who's that?
The assistant's only role was to, whenever Marcus Aurelius was praised, whisper in his ear, "You're just
Wait
a
a
man.
second.
You're just a man." They say 2 things define us: our patience when we
What's
have
going on?
and our humility when we have everything. You know, the greatest thing is that
Very interesting. Okay. Now, where'd Sir Chantelot go? We got to get him back. I mean, what a nightmare from hell that we wouldn't have his big dopey mouth talking. I mean, you guys might have really enjoyed that. What do I know? Let's get him back. There he is. No, you're a genius. Where's your big mouth?
What up, Cliffo? You gonna like this one? Cliffo and CW Chanter. I know who the fuck that guy is. Whoa, it's me. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna do my best to dive right in to the actual subjects that I put in the title line. If people
Go
know,
right ahead.
we're kind of doing a daily thing here. You know what
Here
I mean?
comes the chat. I already read it.
Live stream thing here, covering a lot of things. But when I do have specific things I'm going to address, I put them in the description, the title.
You mean to get views?
Because people don't want to hang out 3 hours waiting for.
Oh, that's right. You can't see on my phone because it's being hacked. Jackasses.
Dive right in, concentrate on what I put in. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrencies at the outset.
Like you know about
people
that.
that hang out after that main little portion, and you'll see.
Oh, I don't got to hold the phone up like this. It's such a natural thing to do. Let me put this down.
Gossip and rumors. Gotta love it.
And plug it in. I'll love whatever I want.
David Lux.
Don't tell me what I'm going to love.
My gal, Elisa Brittany.
Okay, here we go.
Bishop, thank you
Yeah,
for coming
Lisa
out.
Brittany, I know her. She talks to you.
Thank you for coming out. Don't walk away too soon before we talk about cryptocurrencies.
Oh, don't walk away.
And remote viewing cryptocurrencies, Cliff High, George Soros.
All right.
And
hang on a second,
I forget
y'all.
what else it kind of trailed off there on my little blurb there.
He chemtrailed off. Tag
So
it.
what we're going to do, first of all, we're not going to be remote viewing cryptocurrencies.
Oh,
I'm not
good.
a remote viewer per
No,
se.
you suck.
Though I've
There's no way you're a remote viewer.
dipped my toes in that water, as many other freaky new age waters like channeling,
You
crystal
channel?
gazing, tarot cards, all
You
that
started a
nice,
religion.
beautiful, good stuff.
I don't read cards.
So,
I wear crystals. You got a problem with
the
it?
title is deceptive in any way, shape, or form. It's only
Oh, you're
because I
always
can see how you can
deceptive,
read the title and
Chanter.
think that I'm going to be remote
Always
viewing
deceptive.
cryptocurrencies, Cliff High and George Soros. No, we're going to be talking about remote viewing
Oh, is that what you're talking about today?
cryptocurrencies. The act of using remote viewing as cryptocurrencies. Talk about Cliff High and talk about George Soros.
I've never
We're gonna
remote
talk
viewed
about
a cryptocurrency.
First in the woo sense, because I think it's important to
But I
bracket
remote
that out.
view, they say.
If there's a main.
All right, shut up when you're talking to me. All right, so we got 8 sections in the pie. First I thought it was 8, then 6, now I'm back to 8. And we're going to start at the top of the circle at the 12 o'clock position going towards 1 o'clock. We have Satanism. Then we have religion. Then we have military and media. Then we have pedophilia. Next is Rothschild Zionism. After that, Big Pharma, secret societies, politics and banking. Now, think about how many things that he talks about, and then you should see what the truth of it all is. Now I'm going to read it to you because this is from my friend Diego Victor Borges Freitas. You should know him, Chanter, right? You try to get with your peeps like they're yours because you're Rodriguez or Gonzalez or whatever. Yeah, I know your real name. Are you stupid? I got the Chanter files. You kidding me? Alright. It says, it is important to understand that none of these command absolutely anything. Our only down. Good luck to everyone. Right. That's the truth. Okay. So let's go back to here, dummy. Which dummy, Suze? Your favorite dummy. Search a lot.
Traded with other individual living human beings with other things for other things of real value, but it's this attempt to freeze energy. And now, the minute we coined the
I just might run my
the
live
minute the
stream all
first coin
damn
was
day.
minted, right?
Since y'all are trying to hack it. Want to play that game?
Was when the magic, the
I got
nefarious
plenty of
black magic
entertainment.
of what is often called Babylonian money
Actually,
magic.
I got the video.
Came into
Zoom room. Remember that Z was running for 9 hours on Zoom and then had to go into hiding for a year until you recently had him on? Do you remember that, or did you already forget you had Z on? Did you forget about what you said about my teammates? Or you still think I'm not in the team? I mean, it's up to you. Think what you want.
artificial thing of value. Artificiality. Currency, the step to currency is the first step to artificiality. It's the first step to the quote unquote development of the amazing big civilization with all its inherent problems. Standing armies, slavery, sexual exploitation of men, women, and children, all that bullshit.
Thanks to
all that fucking bullshit
the spirit of
that
Elvis
comes along the minute we stepped
stepping
off
forward.
made the
Because
decision to
with
back
what
up
we
this
bring with that
artificial
story,
crazy system. So
it has
currency
shut
sucks
down all
from
of
the
those
outset. So
pies. Remember
cryptocurrency
we
is
talked
just the
about in
latest
Chanter?
development, and it's foolish.
Satanism,
it's crazy. We'll talk
religion,
about it because we'll talk about
military
it
and
as having
media,
value in the future,
pedophilia,
what it's going to be and
Rothschild
what it's not going to
Zionism,
be.
Big Pharma,
So from an
secret
ethical standpoint,
societies,
from a
and politics and
philosophical,
banking.
almost
We will
cosmological,
expose
theological
every one of
standpoint,
those
let me let you know
deviances
that I hate
through one
cryptocurrencies
story. Don't
and I
hate
think that
anything.
Bitcoin is an etheric demon
You don't even
that
know
it
what
should
it
be
is.
exorcised from the human population and human
Wait
soul.
now. He just called cryptocurrency a demon. But he already knows it's about energetic currency. You can't buy it. You can't prostitute it. So he's bankrupt in cryptocurrency. You get it? Where somebody like me is able to actually do something good and help others and help myself. So if you don't like cryptocurrency or the ideal of energetic currency, blow me sideways. Because fiat currency is compromised, just like you. You better go back to work at your parents' place. Beg them to let you back in. Maybe they'll let you clean the floors of the lawyer office or put papers into piles. Good Lord. You need to do something with yourself. And don't say I don't, because you know I do. I do hair. I help people with their serious problems. I make jewelry. I see clients for life charting. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got plenty of talents. What you got? A talking parasite?
Advocate for libertarian politics. I'm not a libertarian, and I'm not
Stop
pro-libertarian.
it.
I
Funny's
debate
on?
libertarian ideals because I
Are you
think that they're
serious?
foolish. So
Man,
going from currencies
how
in
do I
general to
make so many
cryptocurrencies
decisions?
specifically, because they're centered on a
Let's go see
libertarian
what Funny's
platform,
doing.
I'm
Let's
against
see how his hair is.
cryptocurrencies for that reason as well. So we have a philosophical
Let's go
standpoint, we
see.
have a political standpoint, and I also think I've already pointed to the spiritual standpoint. The
No,
fact
you
that I think
haven't.
it's
You're
a
an
fucking
atheist. You
etheric
can't
demon.
speak to
I hope you know what I
spirituality,
mean.
you
The internet was
fool.
created by DARPA. I'm a new age weirdo, so you're gonna have to take
No,
that
you're
on
not
board
a
and
new
take
age
that with a grain of
weirdo.
salt as I go
You
through and
call
talk
people
about
like me
this.
new age, and I'm not new age.
Then we're gonna talk
See,
about
you're Sir Chant-a-Lot
that's
that twist all the
cryptocurrency. That's a
words.
forewarning to kind of
Hey, I just saw the sunny side. Sunny,
boilerplate
talk to me, baby.
trigger
Where'd you
alert
go?
to say if you're pro cryptocurrency,
It
no
just
one
said you were
understands that
live.
I'm not going to be remote
What's
viewing
going on?
cryptocurrency, and I'm not
Somebody
going to be
playing
saying
with
anything
me?
nice about cryptocurrency. I'm going to be criticizing it. Then I'm going to go on to the main subject matter that we're going to talk today, which is the presence of remote viewing and various other
Talking
mystical
shit. Talking
approaches to
shit.
cryptocurrency, and the presence of individuals who both believe in
I'm with Courtney
cryptocurrency
Brown. I'm
and
not with your angle
specifically,
on
if you think
remote
about
viewing.
CryptHead, one of the biggest proponents of cryptocurrencies on YouTube and in the internet world in general is the individual CryptHead, who I like as a person. I
Oh,
do. I
stop.
like him
Here's
as a
his blonde
person. I
hair.
like him as an elder in the New Age community.
Maybe he'll give you a
Welcome
reading.
back to the sunny side. I'm Sunny, I know that there's some people that in my audience who really think of CryptHead as a scammer. It's hard
Who
for me
does
to
your
take
hair,
him on
right? Because
board
that's what they ask
because
Chanter all the time.
interacted with him, and I honestly say that
Why don't I do your
believe
hair?
that this is true or not true. I do feel as though that I've had relationships, interactions with CryptHead, not only through this the crystals in this computer, the ones and zeros of audio
New from the sunny
visualization.
side.
I
Double
do believe
coupon love
that
now.
I've had interactions with
He's
CryptHead
loading up his little
on the
commercials.
I do believe that we've mixed energy, and our energies continue to dance. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. I do think that I'm going to be critical of CryptHead in this
Sonny, you are
because,
not live.
even though you have
All right.
Thanksgiving dinner with
Nice to see you,
friends
though.
and family, including beloved uncles, that doesn't mean that you think the beloved uncle's politics are groovy, or that you're not going to get into a fight with him about, light beer, tastes great, less filling, whatever. Silliness. And that's what cryptocurrency is. I mean, it's silliness. It's a game.
Cryptocurrency
I
is
don't
like
think Cliff
beer.
would disagree with me when I say that
Okay.
cryptocurrencies, investing in markets, playing in the money markets,
Hey,
uh,
the trash
doing
delivery
these
guy
things.
just
Life
came.
in
He was
general,
supposed to be
right?
in
It's
it.
a game. It's a game and should be treated as such and kept in balance. And that's an important thing to know because
You want a
after we're done
game.
talking
I
about
got the game.
cryptocurrencies, the people that stick around
Hashtag
with
play the
me
game with
to the
us.
later part of the show will hear me talk about, the game
Exotic
of life,
Matter
specifically
wants you to know
people out there
that
who
FYI,
use
Tor
their
browser
critical
and
to
Bitcoin
say
is
that
a
you gotta
CIA
take this
database
one.
asset developed by
If
U.S.
you can't interact
Admiralty
with the critics,
Bofin.
listen to or even to jab at them or rebut them, even
Xenomorph is bi-curious for crypto. Well, he's
smile on your face.
GAY kinda sorta anyhow. It is about the intent, not the numbers. This is not a popularity contest. I am representing myself pro se, and you have been abusing me for 2 years now. And if you think I'm going to take it from a man of your small IQ and small, you are no such kind of man that is going to mess with me. Cryptocurrencies is dead. Okay.
So when we talk about Cliff High, we're going to talk about the new age woo aspect of cryptocurrency.
Right, and he says he's new age, and then he uses the word woo. Look on my videos. You will never find I use the word woo.
My argument is
never.
That cryptocurrency is a fantasy land.
Well, somebody was in and out. My screen still froze. Maybe they come in and cast spells, y'all. I mean, they take this shit seriously.
The presence of him as a main proponent of cryptocurrencies and his underlying
Oh, I'm sorry, nobody can hear your dumbass.
That was laid out in the one-on-one interview I did with him.
This is for educational purposes always.
Indicates that this is not.
That's why I play that disclosure every time.
Based on the love affair of cryptocurrencies is not predicated and based upon established philosophies of economics or financial advisement or money
Xenomorph's
market
talking about the Merovingians. Affluence talking about surgery.
You know what I mean?
Exotic Matter says the game is gladiator fighting your way out.
It's based upon, it's new, it's great, it's fantastic. The world is changing.
Okay, now, Forever Conscious says Carrie, which would be Carrie Cassidy, and Wilcox, which would be David Wilcock, trolling you, CW, and they put a question mark and a... Ew. Are you shitting or having an orgasm?
We're in a post-world now, and I can point to it coming out of the woo element of it, going into... Oh my.
Oh, did you see the flash too? Did you see the flash?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know if it was that.
I feel it kind of gives me even if the lighting's pretty good, I think we're decent here.
No, I don't think that's what happened. I think that just tripped you out.
So coming back to it, going out of the woo, I'll lay out some real-world concerns.
I think the network showed you they were there, dumbass.
Cryptocurrency that people are thinking are fantastic, namely that certain established...
Shut up. Okay, so... Exotic Matter says he is going to have, or she, whoever it is, I will have my vengeance in this life or the next, and laughs. They bring up Ben Fulford, which I never watched, never was into. Anybody you talk about, I am just so not into. And that's why you think I'm nobody. So see, all the people you're talking about, I know and are my friends. So I bring that aspect. So you see, this is fair and balanced. What we do in life echoes in eternity. You better believe it, Xenomorph.
At which point some people in the cryptocurrency world are
and guess what they want me to do?
George Soros is getting involved.
Make things right.
Not only are the right-wing militia members going, at the same time, the money market people and the people that know the history financially, and that's the part of the problem with cryptocurrencies is there's a lot of people playing in this game.
Cliffo bought at 400 thanks to CH. Still hate the guy. Should I feel bad about it?
Bullshit about where they came from. There are no hard calluses on this hand from, days of work.
Xenomorph says check your TV set. CW, it could be a poltergeist, and laughs.
You know what I mean?
Look at your little hands. You know what that means, don't you?
I come from an old place to be.
No. You had mental issues with your parents, and you've got gaps of lost time, and you're a bully. And you read the Satanic Bible as a teenager. What in the hell were you thinking?
My father was always knew about money and had plenty of it.
Oh, your dad had a lot of money? Right, you were a spoiled brat, little dorky brat.
I know people I grew up with people whose parents were some of the biggest investment bankers out there. I come from a very nice land. And that's not to say that I'm better or worse than anybody. Everybody comes from somewhere. I did not get to choose the vagina that I came out of, though some people who believe in soul contracts would say that I did. Did I pick wise? Did I pick well? Well, hey, to the degree that I came out in a nice, part of town in a nice world, believe you me, Believe you me, everything that they told you about the moneyed elites is true. There's a lot of good things about growing up near people are people. And the type of people that ended up being successful or whose families were successful generation after generation,
Hey, Cliff,
it
hi.
can have a negative effect.
They think that what your problem is you know way too much about underwater anomalies. What does that even mean?
Life is life. So there's a lot of people who don't come
Cliffo says BTC in 2013.
I'm warning you, I'm warning you. I know
Who are you warning?
of these choppy seeds. I know what goes on. I know how smart investors think and act.
CW is seed of the Anyakai, is Kevin Kennedy's comment.
People that are going to end up losing their shirt and
Lee Veltman says, hey, it's the Elohim Anakai, bitch. Not bitch, but, you know, he's telling him exactly what kind of Anakai CW is.
No one understands that George Soros has a working methodology. Guys like Warren Buffett, guys like George Soros, we know these names, and we know how they operate.
Elisa says, Cliffo, people who got in early are doing good. It's the people getting in now that have to watch out. Back to Bitcoin. Buy low, sell high. They think they're playing the stock market.
He doesn't. He compounds. We know about how George Soros works.
How? He came and burned down Ferguson. You have no compassion for me. I brought every one of my stories and you shit all over them and stole my words.
You can listen to Alex Jones.
And you've slandered me today?
You can listen to Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, that's problematic.
To Pat Buchanan. You can listen to Noam Chomsky. You can listen to
I ain't listening to nobody you suggest. I don't know none of them.
To right-wing economic
back to right and left, Democrat and Republican,
and you can listen
fucking
to
lawyer and jury,
tell you that George Soros
Zadakim and Zanash, you are a jackass.
And his markets are crushed, he then invests and then gets to rebuild and have undue influence and then control that market. That's what he does. So at a time when cryptocurrency has gone down across the board, to have George Soros come in is not a good sign. Also, the fantasies that it was a brave new world and it's going to be free and it's going to do this and we're all going to be
Affluent for you says with all crypto icos, it looks a bit more like playing Pokemon, and then after you buy some, Magic the Gathering, and he spells magic M-A-G-I-C-K, which means black magic. So he is now making a statement that says that all the cryptocurrency is black magic.
Place of chaos and confusion where the rule of law, the sanctimonious order system has not yet
Exotic says the smell of money is a bit druggy.
And in that wild new space,
I guess you guys know.
But then at a certain point, regulation sets in, and it's at that point that the people that have made enough money to stay.
All right, Lee Veltman says P.P. Dozier. It was the Russian bots, and he spells P.P. P-E-E P-E-E, which means he needs a diaper. Or CW does, I'm not sure. Somebody needs a diaper. And they're saying it's the Russian bots.
There was a time when people were exchanging vile child pornography on services.
King Kong says New York City, Upper East Side, Panic Room, Bunker Central. Xenomorph is waiting for Corey Good and David Wilcock to come up with their own cryptocurrency and laughs.
But then order sets in, and
now Lisa Brittany says the blue space chicken currency at Xenomorph. So what they're doing is connecting this blue chicken bullshit that they know is a crap in with the cryptocurrency. So they build stories to make things seem bad when they don't know nothing about them.
It's all over.
And say I got problems. Okay, Lee Veltman says On Stellar is a blockchain, Blue Avian coin. Right, there's the fourth jackass that wants to promote your story.
You know, it's so funny because sometimes I feel like my introduction.
Kevin says just wait, the crypto dollar's coming. Xenomorph laughs to Lisa. Each crypto could sponsor a crypto FPS team and give us skins for our guns. What affluent for you? And Xenomorph says raw coin. Hey, CW, the trash truck's here for you.
Put it on your social media, or put it onto your YouTube channel, or Steam It channel, or RedTube, or DTube, or whatever, you have my permission to go ahead and do so. All I
Oh,
ask is that you credit the source, that you point back to
I
this
have
original
his
video,
permission to
and you
do
credit
this.
me, CW Chanter. Just
That's
use my
mighty
name.
wide
Say,
of
hey,
him.
this is CW Chanter saying blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
credit you
You can
right
say,
on the
look,
name
here's
of the
the right
video. Isn't
driver, here's
that
where
mighty
he's
wide
wrong.
of me?
It is what it is.
I mean, it's not even your
To
real
mention
name.
that we
Fuck your
can
hair.
shout the thing out here, and
There
then
ain't no
and
hope
then that
for it.
itself is probably that's a suggestion I'm making to the home crowd, is that if you think it's got value, I think it does. You could clip it right there.
I think you're
And
nuttier than a
you have
fruitcake.
a brilliant statement about
We're at 70
cryptocurrencies. It's
minutes.
got value,
Can
and you
I
can
change
debate me on
my...
these points, but you can't say that my
Oh,
points
good.
don't joke.
Alright, I can change it
Last but
now.
not least, I'll
Let's
talk
go
about
to
the
sepia.
long-term value of cryptocurrency,
Nope,
and especially
can't
concentrating on
change it.
Bitcoin.
So
And the
whoever's
fact
messed
that
with my
the
phone
fact that it's
has
only got about
disabled that
21 million
feature.
Bitcoins will ever exist, it indicates that it's not going to
Let's
have
go see what's
any
going
value
on my
over time.
channel,
Number one,
fuckwad.
it's got enough. There's not enough of it. It's in
Come
too
on,
limited
let's
supply.
take a walk.
One of the arguments about Bitcoin's value is that, like gold, it's a finite resource. Well, number one, gold is no longer a finite resource. There's
Alright, so here
advancements
I
in
am.
nanotechnology all the
And I
time.
can
If
see
humanity
my
doesn't pull
show
itself up within the next
called
10 years,
Decoding
believe
Dangerous
you me, there's
Messages,
going to be
Suze
no
versus
value to
CW
gold,
Chanter.
because anyone is going to be able to, just like people are experimenting with 3D printers, within
Okay, I
10
can
years,
hear
there's going to be
myself,
some
and I see
nanotechnology
the same picture. The screen
capabilities
is
probably. It
frozen.
might be very well regulated, but it's going to be there. So people are just going to, especially governments first, are just going to be able to take all their garbage and plastic,
Right.
right? And they're going to be able to convert it, possibly. I mean, this is not so
Awesome.
pie in the sky. Convert
Live
it into
stream's
unlimited
cool.
amounts of gold.
Now,
So the
nobody
notion
comes
that
to
gold
see
doesn't
it
have
because
any real value
in the
as a finite
meantime, they're
resource
trying to
itself,
discredit it and
I
hack
think
it.
is
So it's good that
attackable
we've
or
proven that the
addressable
pictures froze,
in light of future
and we're
nanotechnologies, if those
71:22 in.
nanotechnologies come online, which I do
Right,
believe
they're
that they
gone
will.
again already.
The second thing about
Poof,
crypto,
just like that.
second thing, the thing
Coming
again
in
about
trying to hold that
cryptocurrency is that
vibration,
Bitcoin is a
cast that
finite thing of
spell.
value because there's only 21 million units.
Pissing my
It's got an
Kool-Aid.
it's got a
Good
different problem. It's
thing I don't
artificially
drink Kool-Aid.
scarce, number one, but number two, it's too scarce. Whenever at its outset, lifespan,
Affluent's always late with good ideas. Kevin wants a tall white coin. King Kong says the rich inherently evil, even if they are heavy into philanthropy. Mutate says yes, it's not long term. Lee Veltman, Aryan coins, that's the EU, just kidding, I think. Mutate says yeah, I thought Soros might be well-meaning, even if he is an alien. Alien or extraterrestrial? And hey, I need to know, Mutate, what are you? Because the scientists and all the bigwigs are saying, hey y'all, guess what, you're under 50% human. And then you fill in the blanks. So I'm just curious. Crypto Yoda says at CW Chanter, what about Sun Contract? David says the Rainbow Goo coin. Mutate says there are some people who think reptilians are good. Well, you can't group any group and say that they're all good or all bad. There'll be good people in every group. I know you don't believe that because you can't trust anybody, but that's your mental deficiency. At Lee Draco Deutschmarks. And he's got one of them faces like, ah! And Influence says, yeah, that's the one I want. King Kong says, what use for menstrual blood? Crypto Yoda says at CW Chanter, Sun Contract got the first P2P energy trading platform in the world. Affluent for You says Sophia Coin. Lee Veltman, David Icke does have a lizard obsession. King Kong likes lizards. Kevin says reptiles taste better like chicken. Mr. Dinky11 says check SNC. Exotic Matter says I may be like before when the Pharisees crashed the cash god moved. Mr. Dinky says Sun Contract is already a working product. Crypto Coop says what about Sun Contract, SNC? And they say it's highly undervalued. Affluent for You says no! CW, don't tell them our son is dying. Exotic Matter says no one mentions China bots. Xenomorph says that Lee, only good in Antarctica. Haha. Winnie says ACW Chanter, Sun Contract is a very undervalued project. Check it out. Crypto Coop says, dude, you are fudding BTC. I don't know what that means. Lee wants you to get your bit connect and laughs.
Yeah, and it got so crazy, son. It got so
Right.
crazy that at one
How
point,
crazy did it get?
zeros, people were saying that that had value, and they would trade in real things of value for that. Really? Really? Now let's go see that dinosaur. Dinosaur, dinosaur, dinosaur,
Hey,
dinosaur.
CW, you drive me nuts.
It's a
Okay,
zero-sum game.
not
No
really.
way in hell.
Because remember, I'm positively indifferent and laughing at your dumbass. Now, Crypto Yoda wants you to know at CW Chanter, Sun Contract, Platform, Slovenians already save up to 35% on their electric bills, backed by the EU. Cliffo says each Bitcoin can have a fractional part up to 8 digits. So one Bitcoin can be divided into, uh, shit. One with 8 zeros. What's that? 100 million? I have no clue. Units. Each of these Bitcoin units is called a SATOSHI. Affluent for you wants CW to take his tentacle out of your nose. Right, because he knows there's worms and parasites hooked up in there. Lee says light coloring and ripple and got his cool sunglasses on. Cliffo wants to know what is 21 million times all them zeros units. Bitcoin BTC fulfills that simple characteristic, says Crypto Coop. Price action T. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to rotate my device, but yeah, the picture doesn't work because somebody's hacking my phone. Okay. Somebody's saying hi to George. I kind of think that's Chanter's real name, George Rodriguez. I'd have to really check my notes. Hi, Big Piece. And then it says George. Jetpack knows.
Just like a company.
Oh,
Whether you're trying to open
you do
up a
your best,
cupcake
really?
stand, right? Or you're
I
trying to
don't think
open
so.
up an information technology
It's just
firm.
best to mess stuff up.
The need in the market, if there's a need that you've identified in the market that you can fill, your ability to market and network yourself to make your industry grow, properly reinvesting, properly, not overspending, making sure that your overheads are capped at a certain point, making sure that you've had, solid ideas and principles in regards to all the major players in the corporation or partnership, so that everybody knows how people are going to
Alright.
get paid.
Exotic matter. Obama pissed Trump out of Iran deal. Nazi puppet, good goy, Trump's the Antichrist. What could possibly go wrong? And of course, that's hilarious in Elisa's standpoint. Crypto says Sun Contract first in the world with a fully working P2P energy trading platform. They will expand to the whole EU because of the liberalized energy market. Lee Veltman's laughing at Xenomorph. Admits Binary says, hey all, love listening to you. I do wonder how we'll explain this to the kids 20 years from now. Huh.
You know what I mean? The amount of time it takes to verify a transaction means that people can't do.
Lee says, we're in the great meme blockchain wars of 2018 and is looking very contemplative with his emoji.
Made by people who are Bitcoin investors. The number of remote viewers that are involved in Bitcoin shows you that it's a dreamer's market. And dreamers market are like, it's like the music industry, the art industry, or the numbers of actors and actresses. The number of actors and actresses that'll be present in a Hollywood audition for one given part, pimp number 5. Give me the money, you motherfucker! Had you, okay, let's leave my headshot here, and the next guy comes in. Hi, I'm Villius down Townsend. I studied at Juilliard and
Yeah.
no, absolutely. Here we go. Give me.
He gonna talk? Oh, he's channeling. You can't see it because my screen's
Give me
being
the
hacked.
fucking money, motherfucker!
Oh, is that how it
Headshot
happens?
here. Okay, thank you. I love you, by the way. I know you casted Dreamgirls, and I just want to say thumbs up. You know what I mean? Next person who comes in. Hi, I hear audition. Read the line.
How'd you like that voice?
Give me the money, you motherfucker! You know what I mean? The casting agent is going, oh my god, there's not enough cocaine breaks that'll make this doable, right? And then
I
pit
don't know.
number
I
5
never
happens,
liked
and
cocaine.
3 people on Facebook go, oh
Never
my god, I
did it.
can't believe George got the part of pit number 5. But X
I don't
number of
even
people that
like
go in that
cokehead.
audition are going to go away disappointed. It's a dreamer's market, and there are going to be some successes. Am I telling you not to go for your dreams? No, go for your dreams. But understand this is that it's a heavy risk reward scenario, and the people that come out and on top are going to be few and far between. It's probably going to come down to things like moxie, energy, and effort, rather than anything else. There you go. Crypto Yoda. No. In fact, the only drug I'm on is not caffeine. So there you go.
Liar.
It is what it is.
Liar.
So the point is this. The point is this: is that at the time
Let's check you out.
that Satoshi Nakamura picked the number of possible bitcoins and settled on 21 million, he picked a too low a number.
Here we go. Galactic Dude Man says, hello, CW, sir. Been lurking for a long time and thought I should come out to the woodwork and say hi and add a number to your live viewing total. Being in Europe, I usually catch you after the fact. George A. Rodriguez, who's got the wrench, says Bitcoin was toilet paper. Jetpack 1000 likes black turtlenecks, thinks they're cool. And the Galactic Dude Man says also hello to everyone in the chat, who I have noticed are amongst the most civil people on the internet. It's my pleasure to be with you all today. Xenomorph wants you to know that Jimmy Church's coffee tastes like piss. Affluent for you will probably use bitcoins as a social currency to reward good behavior and buy ourselves VR merchandise.
Or toys, right? And it even gets to the point where people are paying real world money for things like
Exotic Matter says the RU bots, it says CIA on our contracts, non-disclosure apps. Jet Pet 1000 wants to know, how do you wipe with blockchain, George? David says someone just said that. China has Sesame.
Where the PlayStation Network and the Xbox One Network or Activision or Bungie shut down those servers to use that technology and information for something else. And then the value of all those things goes, you can't even access it anymore. But still we live in a world where people invest in these things. What does that mean? I dare say, and I'll put the argument forward, that we live in a world where people are so confused and hypnotized by the computer screen,
You are.
by the TV screen, and about the notion of the value of this or that or the other thing, that they do waste their money on silly things.
I don't have any money to waste.
I remember, there was
from jackasses like
at
you,
one point
hacking my thing,
I was working at a place with
taking
some
my
younger
website
people,
down.
and I had still had this old-fashioned flip phone. This is going back to 2000, and it's got to be 2008.
Hi.
And the latest thing that had come out was that this Nokia had this thing called the Sidekick, right? You flip it open like this, and it would come out like that, and you type down here, and it was the biggest thing. And then they came out with special, it's like, or Air Jordans or sneakers, like a particular sneaker comes out, it's very rare, and you'll see people lined up across the block to buy a pair of fucking shoes. And there's a reason why they want to do that. There's a reason why they want to spend their time, energy, and effort in purchasing that. I would say that it's cuckoo crazy, but that's just me. You can buy shoes, but in a certain amount of time, that shoe with X amount of rarity can be traded or given to someone else or whatever. But the fact of the matter is this, and you could say that Bitcoin is going to be like that. that people will trade it just like they're trading it now with something that you don't divest yourself of, but rather something like gold that you hold on to, right? That you quote unquote hodl. And I just want to say how ridiculous that is for one point, because it's not even a skin in Call of Duty. It's not even a hat in friggin' Team Fortress. It has nothing. It's nothing. It's ones and zeros that can't even be visualized. It won't even dance on your screen. It's just this thing, this finite, this number scenario that exists in this artificial thing called a wallet that can be lost, can be destroyed, can be stolen from you, or can be taken away by George Soros. So the notion that people are going to be collecting these things in the future that's going to have any value over the long term is just laughable and ridiculous from my point of view. If I turn out to be wrong, I turn out to be wrong. But you know what? Months ago, when was saying that cryptocurrency was dying, plenty of people said, "You're an idiot, CW. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot." Cliff high. It's going to be $50,000 by what? It ain't. And Ethereum is having long-term viability problems just by the size of its blockchain, and now has to switch to a proof of stake model rather than a proof of worth model. Don't worry about the minutia, but just understand that my control of the language indicates that I'm not an idiot just saying like cryptocurrency is bad, man, because like a dollar's a dollar, but like a crypto, what is that? What's even cryptocurrency? I don't even get it. No, I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? It's not a lack of education. It's the fact that I've got a different point of view about cryptocurrency than a lot of other people. It is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, lessons from your life, and then we'll circle back. Because the only thing that I want to go back to is the presence of I think I've addressed George Soros. I think I've addressed a lot of these things. The only thing back I want to go back to is the mansion of Wu. That is the remainder of the cryptocurrency market. I'm gonna have to give my boy Cliff High a hit or two, just to put it in perspective and be realistic about it. But the last thing I want to end with before we go circle back there and then move on with the rest of our lives is the following: comic books, Beanie Babies, okay, um, video games, vintage video games, retro video games. I know about these worlds. I've been a nerd since Jump Street, so I've seen how these markets develop. I've seen how these markets have changed over time. I see how people reacted and done. Even the art world.
Just
I know people who
grazes the
collect art.
subject.
I do. You know, and make of that what you will. So in all these things, the future is not promised to anybody. And let's go one at a time. Let's go with comic books. We'll just use comic books because it's universally applicable to these other things as well. So we don't need to go back to it. But maybe we'll talk about retro video games too because it's fun.
And you love video
And
games.
I can also in terms of retro video
Remember?
games, I can actually
No, wait.
resource that
Wait. You're the dude that likes to play video games and watch angry porn. Remember?
Verified from experts what I'm telling you. When it comes to comic books, what ended up happening was this. Comic book collecting was a niche market. Not a lot of people did it, not a lot of people knew about it. And part of the reason that it had value, because various comic books had value, was because they were things of ephemera that were considered by many people not to have any real value. Right? They were kid stuff. Who would save these things? Because they were kid stuff and who would save these things, a lot of the people that were exposed to these comics that ended up going up in insane amounts of value would read the comic book as a kid, fold it up in their back pocket, cut out a picture to put on the wall, right? And throw it away when they were done with it. They got into high school, they started getting laid, they got their first blowjob, and they looked at their Superman comics and said, "Later for you," right? They started buying Playboy magazine and National Geographic, and all of a sudden the 10 cents was better spent somewhere else rather than spent on Superman's latest escapade against Adolf Hitler. So, and then when these cats and kittens moved out of their homes and went on with the rest of their lives, their parents would eventually clean up the thing and go, "Little dot, trash. Superman, trash." You know what I mean? And threw these things out. And it's because they threw those things out that the people that saved them, those comics that were remained And then all of a sudden, there was a lot of coverage about comic collecting. Starting in the early 80s, people going back home said, Ma, did you save those old comic books? What happened to the comic books that were here? This comic book that I know that I had is now worth $100. Whoa! I want to turn that into cocaine. Mom, where's that comic book? Your comic books? I threw those out years ago. Why are you yelling at me? I didn't know that. I was yelling at me. I didn't know I was supposed to know the comic book. I thought they would grow up. If you wanted to save them, you should have took them out when you moved out. You don't even visit or call. You yell at me for God, you make me cry. Ma, come on. I'm sorry. You got $100? And that's the way that it went. And so that what ended up then happening was the next generation, my generation of people. I can tell you, I got boxes full of comic books that are worth not that much money. And I'll tell you why. The minute people started to realize that comic books would be valuable at some point in the future, they didn't throw them out. They put them in Mylar sleeves with cardboard bags.
I got a Mylar bag for you,
organized them,
Chanter.
they put them together into complete sets, and they looked at them and said, "One day, my precious, one day." Well, first of all, when they ever did become something of value, you didn't want to sell them anyway because you were such a fucking nerd. You were like, "I might
Ew,
read
your
them once
nose
again,
has got all the snuffy
about
buffy in
computers,
it. Did you hear it?
And like little tweezers to turn the pages.
Every
and
time you
acid in
talk
your
shit,
head.
them
We're
worms
treating
come
these
out to
comic
play.
books
Tragic.
with more care and concern than you gave, your own genitalia, right? Just preserving them in all their glory. But then when it happens, because everyone held on to their comic books, including the comic book warehouses themselves, including the comic
But you were
book
always
stores
whacking your
themselves.
genitalia.
The
It must have
value
got
of
all
these
over your
books
comic books.
became less and less
And your
and
video
less.
screens and all your
And the
game
entire
boxes.
market
Ew.
folded. Because at one point, because these people thought could be a good investment, they would buy, just like Magic the Gathering cards. They would buy it as an investment, as an investment, as an investment.
I don't know
And
nothing
then when
about
all
it.
those people go in, right? And then the market tanks, then all these people said, "Oh man, I bought 1,000, I bought 100 Black Lotuses, Magic the Gathering cards, because they were supposed to be worth so much money.
Hey,
And now I got a kid on
somebody's
the way.
got my name.
And now I got this
Suze
cocaine
Q
problem.
says the NWO is a chip to control, track every human. You will not be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Cryptocurrencies will be the same game.
At a discount. And now the market is flooded. And it happened to Bitcoin.
Lee says crypto, science fiction, and psychic driving. Boy, the drugs were good back in the day.
Booster packs or card packs, he buys whole collections from people. He opens up Magic the Gathering booster packs because the market fell apart. The same thing with comic books. The investors came in, they bought it as an investment, they held on to it as an investment, then the market tanks and people go, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do with, 100 complete sets of the original run of X Factor?" You know what I mean? You ain't gonna do nothing with them. You ain't gonna do nothing with them except for maybe recoup your loss or recoup your initial bid price, but probably take a loss on eBay. That's a fact. That's a stone cold fact. And that one 15 million, even the $15 million things. The comic books aren't so. If you pay attention to the Sotheby's auctions, if you pay attention to the big auction houses, the people that price and grade these comic books, the industry insiders, they'll tell you that consistently what they think they're going to get for Adventure Comics #1 or the first appearance of Spider-Man in a crossover that they thought was going to net X amount of $1 million, nets a couple of $1 million, but not nearly what they thought that it would. And people who collected Beanie Babies thinking that market was going to go on forever, that market didn't go on forever. And the retro video games. So I pointed you to Alpha Investments for a resource to verify and confirm what I'm telling you about these markets. You can also go to when it comes to Magic the Gathering cards, you can go to Alpha Investments, or you can go to Net Magic. I think it's Magical Tabletop Girls, who I disagree with her politics. Tara Sophia, your take on Jordan Peterson and right wing politics drives me insane. God bless you for being. And then also, yeah, those two. And then when it comes to retro video games, go to what is it called? The CU podcast. What is it? Pat the NES Punk. Search YouTube for Pat the NES Punk. If you go to things, you can skip through his videos and find the ones that specifically address the issue of retro video game collecting. He'll tell you. People came in, people came out, and now the market is whatever. Do it if you want to buy a complete collection of NES titles for you, because that's what you want to do. That's going to give you life satisfaction. Do it. If you think you're doing it to be a collector, that you're going to invest and make money off this, dream on, sister. And those are retro video games that will break and crumple over time. Those are comic books that you can't you can turn it into a tube and bucket. Technically, I don't think you're gonna have the best, experience. You might want to just invest in a fleshlight or Vaseline on a hand or a real life relationship with another human being. But if you think that any of these things are going to have real value over time, those markets have come and gone. So the same thing is going to happen to these hodlers. You're going to be hodling what? Ones and zeros. You're going to die and your mom's not going to know what your computer is worth. You're going to leave instructions, but no one's going to know what to do with these cryptocurrencies, so they're going to sell whatever. The $21 million unit, it comes down because these things are finite and can be lost. The number of people that are losing on losing their actual physical wallets, where the hard drives die and all this stuff, it's ridiculous how much of this stuff gets lost. But if you think that artificial rarity and scarcity is going to increase the value of the Bitcoin that remain, dream on, brother and sister, because it's not even a comic book. It's not even a skin on a video game that you can visualize and get some sort of excitement for, because the gun in this artificial playland environment that will exist for a finite amount of time before the servers go down. It doesn't even do that. It's just a game that you play. And now that George Soros is involved, and now that they're going to figure out that Ethereum, they're going to consider Ethereum a security or not, and regardless of whether they consider that instance of Ethereum a security or not, means that the Security and Exchange Commissions, which means the Attorney Generals are going to take over that land, profit off that land, and analyze that world, and take it over, making you pay taxes on it, tracing that shit. The minute George Soros invests in the blockchain and the technology, the hardware technology to maintain that blockchain, any notion of these blockchain transactions were in any way, shape, or form anonymous goes right out the fucking window. It was a beautiful dream you had about cryptocurrency. It is over. It's over. And if you think that I'm going to feel bad, if I look back on these videos and say in 10 years from now, man, I feel like an idiot. Man, do I ever look foolish? That could happen. That could happen. I have my sane, rational reasons why I don't think that it will. And the people that really love crypto don't have sane, rational reasons. What they have is a dream. A dream of breaking through. A dream of making it. A dream of having that Maserati. A dream of not having to work. A dream of looking like a winner. A dream of showing up at their high school reunion going, kiss my fucking ass. I dream of being a philanthropist. I dream of being one of those guys who shows up on the interview. John McAfee has sold his Bitcoin mining equipment. Deal with it. And the people that are left, I pay attention to these things just like Cliff High. Everybody's a little bit psychic, and if you pay attention to the zeitgeist, if you pay attention to the big picture, you could see the way the big picture moves. And the big picture moves is the George Hunters are talking about cryptocurrency less and less. The investment bankers, besides George Soros, oh my God, woe be to the one who's involved in the industry when Soros shows up to the party. It's like being at the orgy club, and then all of a sudden, Fat Frank, who's got more STDs and he's got brain power, shows up saying, "I just bought a membership. I'm here too now." Good luck, peace be upon you. It was nice knowing you, Bitcoin. I'm telling you, it's gonna be I love the '90s on VH1. It's gonna be I love the aughts, and go. Remember, we were all crazy about Bitcoin. Cut to vintage. Someone saying, "I predict the vintage Bitcoin's gonna go to $500,000 this year." Speaking of people who made wide ass predictions about cryptocurrency, like remote viewing, like crypto, remote viewing crypto or whatever the channel's called, and Cliff High. No offense, I love you as a human being.
You do not.
I really do. You know
But
what?
hey, I want to know.
I put Winston Stroud.
Do you listen to Dick Algires, or do you got some other guys? I mean, I don't know nothing about Bitcoin, but I think I like listening to Dick Algires, and I love listening to Rex, and I've learned a lot, so you need to get arrested.
Winston Stroud. You talk about the Luciferian principle because you better not talk about sovereign citizens' rights because you're going to fucking jail, Winston. You're going to jail. Thank fucking God you're old enough, right? That you're not like cute, because you're going to the fucking federale lockup, man, for the rest of your fucking life. It's a shame. But at a certain point, you had a moral and ethical responsibility. Once you got arrested, once people kept on telling you, "Hey, man, I followed your advice. You and Carl Lentz and all those other motherfuckers should have stopped bullshitting people and saying that the sovereign citizen stuff worked when you know that it doesn't. You know that it doesn't. And you know that you're going to prison. Yet you're still giving advice. And you think that you have a moral responsibility while you're giving that advice to also say, "Hey, man, by the way, I'm giving you the advice that got me in prison." You know? And in the same way, Cliff, man, baby, I love you. I really do. I really do. I'm not trying to hit you when you're down. I'm not trying to hit you where it hurts. But I'm being honest. If you've got these algorithms that can look at website data and analyze words and come up with the conclusions that you do, that you market, then I have to believe that you've got the technology at your disposal to take your old reports, your old predictions, and analyze them statistically to figure out your win-loss ratio. Not do the remote viewing thing of every hit you get, every win that you get every once in a while, coming up and saying, "We got a hit, we got to win." If you just count your victories, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the world's greatest boxer. I'm the world's greatest boxer. Let me tell you about the 4 times I won. I kicked that guy's ass. I kicked that guy's ass. I kicked that guy's ass, and then I even fought a kangaroo and won. Yeah, why don't you tell us about the 1,500 fights you lost? Your predictions about where it was going to go? You're way off base. You've been falsified. You didn't tell anybody that this crash was going to come. To the best of my knowledge, if I'm incorrect, you can come and we can talk again, and you can talk about the statistical analysis that says you got more wins than losses. I'm going to have to take it on faith because I don't have that technology or brain power, and I'm not that good at math. But having said that, there's no way that everyone can point to you and say that you make predictions that don't come true. And if you make predictions that don't come true, you can do 2 things. You can change your system, you can apologize, or you can tell people, "Hey, man, it is what it is." There's a disclaimer on the spreadsheet. There's a disclaimer before I talk saying, do what you do you, boo. You could win or you could lose. Hey, man, I guess all's fair in love and crypto, right? I guess all's fair in love and crypto. But it is what it motherfucking is. Crypto is dead. You heard it from CW Chanter. All the dreamers and believers and lovers,
Crypto is dead because you say it.
These things
Awesome.
and these things break down.
We'll take that all to heart.
If I'm lying, I'm motherfucking dying.
He uses that saying of mine. And many
So
more.
there you go. So that's crypto. That's Cliff High on
Nobody
on
said it
blast.
before I
love
did.
you. Sorry,
That's right.
It is what it is. I love you as a human being. I love you as a shaman. But to the people that are down with crypto, just know this.
You said it's
A
already
lot of
dead.
people
What's the
that are
matter?
Giving you advice, like Cliff High. Like when I did the interview with him, my boy Cliff O thinks that my interview was shake. That it was like I basically got played. I disagree with him. I think that my interview with Cliff High was a success because I got him to admit. He admitted that the protocols that he applies to his web bot analysis are completely subjective. So what Cliff High does by his own admission is that he looks for certain words and he says those different words have different value. And I asked him, I go, well, isn't that a subjective opinion? Like love is a more powerful word than division, or that
That's just common sense.
power is a more value headed word or value laden word than denominator or mop or fan. You know what I mean? And he admitted it. He was like, yeah, so it's totally subjective. And he's the latest video with Cliff High is he's talking to this guy Big Swear, who's a remote viewer. Look at the number of remote viewers in the cryptocurrency world. It's like, we connect! The party is over. The biggest advocates of cryptocurrency today are Cliff High, a guy who's a fucking time-traveling shaman, by his own admission. And I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm not saying that as a slam. What do I like about Cliff High?
Yeah, you
Cliff
are.
High is the kind of guy that thinks that he took a lot of psychedelic drugs while he was in high school. His brother had a mental illness. He got a mental illness, but only to a slighter, less degree. And he took a lot of LSD or whatever in high school and learned how to control time. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Randy Morgans has got an interview with Randy Morgans on Off Planet Media where he basically tells a pithy story that I swear to God, it is literally one man.
Hey, Sir Channelot, shut up when you're talking to me. It's a good thing I've been found clean, uncompromised, completely. Okay? I am very honest, and I am not insane. Like what Mel started this whole thing out with. So remember, I got the letter. I've made every connect over 2 years. You don't know that because you've been too busy involved in your own pretty warped activities, come to find out. And like I said, if each person picked the one person that gave them the most grief and actively engaged, pro se, their own conversations on their own terms, well, I would imagine the world would be a lot safer and we wouldn't need some 3-letter agency to take care of us. Right? I mean, that's the whole thing. They say that we're so unengaged that, of course, we're not competent to wipe our own butts, which is why you guys got those stains in your panties.
But I'm not going to fucking put money in the market. And Cliff High's one of the movers and shakers. It's undeniable. Appearing talking to Greg Hunter all the time. Appearing in these various other programs. But now he's talking a lot to Big Swear, the fucking remote viewer. Remote viewing is beautiful. It's ESP, it's tarot cards, it's crystal.
You have no idea what remote viewing is because you don't do it. And each person does it unique.
Spiritual experience.
No.
That should have nothing to do with your financial advice.
It's validating the existence of the human soul, you goofball.
But the fact that these guys are the leading movers and shakers in the cryptocurrency shows you.
Did I mention you're bankrupt in cryptocurrency land? Ugh. It's so sad.
So there you go.
I'd play you the world's smallest violin if my dad was here.
Nothing that I did
because he carries it around.
You have both of my clips. I got 2 clips. You know who you are, the clip.
You don't have Cliff High.
I got 2 clips, yo. Oh. And I love you both. I really do.
As he
I
smiles
really
with
do.
that smart
So,
ass
you know, it is what it is, baby. So
demeanor,
let me
like
do
you
this.
know he doesn't mean it.
What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna press play on the CD again because I love my CD. I love this vintage CD player,
Oh, let's see
turntable looking thing
let's
that I
see what he
got. My wife
plays.
got me years ago when we first moved in here. But for the life of me, I lost the little remote, and the design flaw is that I can't figure out how to get the thing to do repeat play, which should be like easy peasy. So I'm gonna go hit play on my CD player again, yo, and then I'm gonna come back
Yo.
and the cryptocurrency stuff we've lost it. We've ended it. I talked about that shit for a while, so I'm gonna come back, talk a little more bullshit, talk a little bit more bullshit,
Good
and
for
then we'll
you.
come back and we're gonna talk to the live chat. Okay?
Good.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Alright. Go ahead. Let's see if he can do it, y'all. Well, I'm already bored searching a lot. I think I'm gonna have to fast forward, you dumbass.
Land that in many ways and aspects, I could be considered to be a debunker of those people or a critic of those people. I also talk about politics from the mainstream of politics. Oh shit! I started also got to talk about Q. I talk about the mainstream of politics. I also talk about the underbelly of conspiracy politics, guys like critiquing the work of Alex Jones or Q, Jerome Corsi and Q.
Now,
Um,
hang on.
so
Clippo
there's a
says
whole
jam
bunch of
was
different things
invented
that
by
I do.
Mr. and Mrs. Jam.
So
Didn't you all know?
people are complex.
Oh,
They
Exotic
are.
Matter never
And
knew
you look,
Jam.
and it goes even more so because unlike an actor, like say Henry Winkler, Henry
Oh,
Winkler might
wait,
be in
Chanter's an
dramatic roles.
actor like
Henry
Henry
Winkler
Winkler,
looks like
tag
a
it.
Fonz, and when you're looking
I
at
was
the
just
Fonz
talking
on
about I
Happy
didn't
Days,
know I
it's
was
like
an
it's
actress
almost
because
the
I've been
control of
honest.
Fonzie on the Happy
They
Days.
thought that was
You know,
cute.
that's all you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about the full depth of him
Cliffo
as an
says
actor, like
CW
whether or
has
not
some
it's
sticky
entertaining as
options on
well. You don't
cryptos.
have to worry about his internal dialogue about no one's taking me seriously. They all think of me as the Fonz. All you have to do is
Oh,
watch
he's
the
the
Fonz be the
Fonz.
Fonz on
He's the
Happy Days,
Fonz.
and that's that whole total experience.
You're the
But unlike
Fonz.
those actors and actresses who are
I
seen in one
can't
individual
even
role or even a
visualize it.
musician who's seen at one individual point in their career, a
Affluent
guy
for
like
you learned
me, a
about
guy like Rush Limbaugh, a
Cicada
guy like
last
Jordan
night.
Peterson, a guy like Alex Jones, all these various players, from the big to the small in this YouTube world, it's the whole complex package is
Oh,
the mediated message.
oh,
It is
here
the
it
whole
is.
thing.
Affluent for you
So
says
in any one
suggestion.
particular
The
aspect, I know
Q
some people
is
in my audience,
dev,
and when I start talking about
DEV,
channeling,
or
doing a
result
channeling
of
session, go,
cicada.
oh man,
Capital
I thought
CICADA.
he was gonna beat up on Corey
And
Graves.
Lee says cicada with only a capital
Or say,
C,
oh, you should do more of this, or you
3301,
should do more of
is
that,
another
do more of the
story.
other
Tag
thing.
it.
People who like this, and when they see me do the other thing, go, oh man, that sucks. He didn't
Jam
see me do the
Sticker's
other
saying
thing. He took this.
Defango
Go, oh,
versus
really? I
Liz
like the fact
Crokin.
that he does both these things. It's a big mixed bag. So you should
You're a
know
big
that you
mixed
shouldn't
bag of
have any
gas
heroes.
and
Don't
worms.
trust anybody implicitly across the board. And
Don't
no,
trust
as the
anybody. Hear him
visor of it
again?
and your thinking
He
cap on,
promotes that. I
whenever
promote
anybody who
trust
you like
the right
starts
person.
expressing or talking about a new topic that you may not know so much about. Bottom line, Jordan B. Peterson can have opinions about socialism and socialism in history. He's telling you about something that he disagrees with. Someone who disagrees with a particular political point of view, an art form, like if you want to know about modern art, it's not enough to listen to who's that douchebag?
Hey, I'm stepping away from the live stream to get some toast. Let me know if he
Knox
talks shit
Jones,
on me, Mr.
the
Hat.
British one.
The head.
Fuck me, that guy. You can't just listen to go, modern art is rubbish. If you want to have a nuanced point of view, you got to look
Ooh,
at people who are
Chanter, your
pro-modern
nose is
art
acting
and
up.
listen to their arguments about why these things that these other people think are so
Hey,
stupid
Cliffo's
that
got a
Jackson Pollock has
confession for
done.
us.
Listen to the people who are
He's read
fans of
all of
Jackson
Blossom
Pollock. Listen to the
Goodchild's
people who
channeling
think
since
that he's on the money
2008.
or he's
Who's
doing
that?
something new in the world of
See, I'm
abstract
not into any of
expressionism.
these
But
fools.
that abstract expressionism itself has got some value. If you
Uh-oh,
do that, you may
uh-oh.
walk away and say,
I'll walk, says Paul Joseph, and then uses the C word. C-U-N-T face.
is rubbish, or you might come away and say, no, actually listen to both sides of the story. I realize that there's some modern art out there that's terrible, okay, but there's still some stuff out there that's got value. So have no heroes, let no one do your thinking for you, and also be very, very aware of the following. We find what we like. We
Oh
find
no,
what we
I don't
like.
like you.
And if we don't think critically at every stage of the
You
game,
came
we
calling
don't
for me.
realize that the person that we tuned in and trust all of a sudden is saying something, singing a different tune. The next thing I want to say in brief is to plug another YouTube content creator called Me Clover, MEI, last name Clover, Clover. I think I'm getting that name correct. The reason that I want to plug her channel is that she uploads a lot of nice old new age tapes. I did another plug for a channel called Mildly Amusing Channel that I like. I also want to plug her channel. In addition to that, she has a very heartwarming video that she uploaded today about the end of the Mitomo app. For people who don't know, the Nintendo, I believe, started with the Nintendo Wii, going through the Nintendo Wii U, had this thing called the Miiverse, and it would encourage people to make these little avatars that were like little dancing, like Playmobil cartoony type characters that you could variously customize, called Miis. And there was an app for, I believe, Android and iOS called Mitomo that allowed people to like interact with each other's various Miis. Shut down that app. And she's a very heartwarming video. It's her, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. She's filming her camera, her phone, and she's got her little me on the phone, and it's obvious that, it looks supposed to look like her or whatever. And she's looking at it, and they kind of do a countdown because they're waiting because they know that the app is going down. They know that this virtual experience, because it's just like Destiny. It's just like I used to play this game that I love, and I still play it, called Demon Souls. The Demon Souls, part of the critical aspect of the Demon Souls video game was its online connectivity. The fact that you could interact with other players. At one point, I think years ago, they were going to shut it down, and people went crazy, crazy, trying to get them to not shut down the servers. So Atlas, I guess, in PlayStation, whatever, it's a PlayStation 3 game, kept it up. And then eventually, just recently, they shut it down. So a whole aspect of the world of that game, how you defeated bosses, an aspect of the game called PvP that people loved, that was a critical aspect of that Demon Souls experience, is no longer available. It's no longer available. And even if you look at a game like, I got this game Destiny, and there's another one version of it called Destiny 2, those games, the physical CD that you get, that you put in your Xbox One or your PS4 or PS3 for Destiny, or Xbox 360 for Destiny, those are just like basically keys that turn you on to the online server. If the online server is not on, you can't play Destiny. You can't even play a solo campaign. It's nothing. You just get a screen that says "fuck you," server not connected. Well, it doesn't say "fuck you," but that experience doesn't exist. There's no video game preservation that you can do. You can't just like other games, like PlayStation 2 games. You can play those till the ones and zeros break, or their CD rot or whatever. But the point is this: nothing lasts forever. So she's watching this Mitomo that she's obviously had a beautiful time experiencing and interacting with, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, it turns off, and she's like, "That's it." And it's beautiful in its way. The death of these virtual things, it keys right into all my arguments about cryptocurrency, but like on a heart level, right, rather than a brain or investment level. That I think people should be aware of, and it's a good experience, and I would check out and look for that video. Or if you just look up Mitomo ending, you'll see people talking about it. And even there's other video games that have ended in the past. You'll see videos of people crying because these online communities that they invested so much time and effort in, that they had friends with, where they met really good friends online with, that they've been playing for 10 or 20 years, go down. Oh, Kizumi Flowers, Kizzume Fowler, Fowler. My apologies for getting the name incorrect before. So there you go. So that's just one last plug for that. And then and one other video that I don't want to plug, but I think has got value to look at, because it'll lead us into the shade category nicely. Is there's a guy called Mr. Medicare. Mr. Medicare. Metoker, some words to those effect. Look at that and you'll find it. He did a video about a guy, a YouTube content creator called Wings of Destiny. And the reason I want, he's not only a troll. Mr. Medicare is not only the king of the trolls, he's the king of the king of the trolls. He's the world's hugest shitlord. He shits on everything. and he makes a video talking about a YouTube content creator called Wings of Destiny that eviscerates the individual. But the reason that I plug it, and the reason that I think it's a good lead into the next thing that we're going to talk about and maybe end with, is the notion of online careers and the laying out the life cycle of YouTube content creators. And Mr. Medicare outlines it as follows: is that there's a groundswell as your channel grows and grows, and you're growing, you're making you're making connections, and
Hey, wait.
community's growing.
Shut up when you're talking to me. I'm making Sunday.
Money, maybe.
Seriously, there is no career for people that just talk smack. I should have a career online because I have skills. Hairdressing education, consultation, life charting expert, guide and mentor. I also have a jewelry line, make fairy garden pieces, and do crystal sculptures. I'm a working artist. There's a difference in what I do and the services and goods I can provide online than what you do. So, I just wanted to log that in for the evidence.
Buy a ticket to Kiss, but Kiss sells less.
I'm not going to
Kiss.
Kiss.
They did yesterday, and even less than the day before. It's just the way that it goes, baby. And Guns N' Roses, God bless you. I mean, how long are we before Guns N' Roses starts playing the same kind of venues that Poison play? And Poison, when they do get together, are playing fucking carnivals, right? They're playing, Great Adventure. How are we doing Great Adventure? You know what I mean? Don't want nothing, you know it, but a good time. People on the left. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Every rose has its thorn. I know a lot of you got married to this song. Come on, sing along. It's like, da, da, da. Sings a sad. You know it. Sad song. Let's do those lighters. Woo, all right. You know what I mean? It's a retro show.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Past your prime.
I've got my organic olive oil though, and my garlic powder,
and this time,
and my cheese roll
rethink our game.
thing.
We're gonna reinvent this poison shit.
Oh,
crap! They don't even.
We're
think
gonna
that.
reinvent healing, not poison. What did I miss?
Shows to make X amount of money so that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do on their off time.
Off time.
You know
there
what
is
I mean?
no off time.
Hey man, are you CC DeVille? Damn. Sign that shit for it. You know what I mean? But then I don't, CC DeVille doesn't walk around with a security detail. You know what I mean? If he's at Mall of America, you can approach the guy, probably. You know what I mean?
No.
Because that's just the way that it goes.
I'll always do security online. That's something I want to do.
That's a shade. Just some friendly stuff, and then I'll go to the live chat for a little Q&A.
They have to have humans to basically police the bots and the algorithms and the AI-ness of it all. I am not New Age. I keep telling you.
To the same motivations as other human beings. We're subject to the same foibles, the same superficial analysis, the same regular old behavior patterns as everybody else, no matter how enlightened we think we are on a spiritual path, or how woke we think are from a political perspective, seeing past the bullshit and understanding how it really works and who's really pulling the strings. The fact of the matter is, the reason that Teal Swan is so successful is that Teal Swan looks like a hot piece of ass.
No, I haven't.
There's plenty of people out here, plenty of guys and gals who don't look like Teal Swan, who are saying the exact same stuff that Teal Swan says.
Hey, Chanter.
Right?
Hey, Chanter, did you ever hear this one? You know how you're supposed to have the paper ballot option, and they give you so many depending on what your last name letter starts with? Well, believe it or not, the line I was in didn't have any, but the other lines had them, and they refused to give me one. I refused to vote.
Followers of the pack. So the point being this is that
Sir Chantelot.
The same logic that applies to Mr. Medicare's analysis of Call of Duty player like Wings of Destiny applies to that and is true for that world. So too is that true in our little world too, though it's subject to some changes because these people's projects aren't always exclusively tied to social media like YouTube and Facebook, though I will argue most people are. So, for example, I do this thing, but I also have, a spiritual perspective and a spiritual practice called Commonwealth Chanting that I also advocate for.
Oh yeah,
If
your
YouTube
religion.
goes
Your
wherever,
cult.
at a certain point, I will have made enough connections with people who are interested in my advice, not really my advice, but the spiritual practices that I advocate, that's going to have its own thing and can have its potentially its own life. You don't need to have 18,000 YouTube subscribers to be a success in life. If your agenda is to have a tarot card reading
What is he talking about?
career or a yoga studio. Do you know what I mean? Your hometown yoga studio will ask you for likes on Facebook and Instagram and spread the word, but they don't necessarily need to do anything beyond having a yoga studio to have true life satisfaction. So, but what I do want to say is that there's plenty of people out here who are complaining, who think of themselves in a lot of different ways, who should just realize that they're probably not, they're either at the plateau level or at the die-off level of when it comes to being a YouTube and social media perspective. I'm speaking specifically about guys like Miles Johnson on the Basis Project and Carrie Cassidy with Project Camelot and Alfred Lambermont Weber.
What about me?
I'm not saying that these people's hold their value exists or should be invested in YouTube and social media, but that's the where it is. That's really kind of where it is in this community. So if you look at their numbers, I'll tell you. So for example, the average number of views on some of my videos is like about 1,000. It used to be around 1,000 if I was talking to someone else like Shane the Ruiner or Kara St. Louis. That's no longer the case. I've got plenty of videos that in their own right have 1,000 views. I know that there's other people whose views might get 12,000 or 14,000 views on their channel or in their particular videos. But we should know this, is that there's cumulative views over time that don't matter for shit. Within the first week of being uploaded is when 99% of a particular video's views on YouTube is going to happen. It's just the way that it goes, baby. So I might only have 1,000, 1,005 views, and Carrie Cassidy might have 12,000 or 14,000 views. But what you should know and understand is this: is that means that not claiming to be a psychic intuitive, not claiming that I know the secret about disclosure, not claiming that I know the secret about this, but in fact counteracting those things and talking in the negative about a lot of those things. I've got 10% of her viewership. Fuck it, how many thousand subscribers she has. 60,000 subscribers, 120,000 subscribers don't watch her videos.
But that's not what Kara's
Those
into.
are legacy subscribers. Those are people that haven't turned on YouTube in a while or haven't come on to the YouTube site in a while. They just haven't unsubscribed to Project Camelot.
Hey.
And so it's the way that it goes. So the
Chanter.
things are changing, and people need to be aware
My
of
dad
long-term goals.
wants you to know that you talk like you got a paper asshole.
A lot of these other people, Jordan Sather. You know what?
60,000
views and a $5 bill will get you a cold cup of coffee and a hard roll. I don't care how many people you think you're going to get on Patreon.
And olive oil.
There's not that many people that are going to give $1 a month. It's just the way that it goes, baby.
And some
And
garlic
there's more
powder.
competitors every day, thank God.
What do you eat?
So you have to have a real world value to this. And you got to
McDonald's?
put it in perspective and see it for what it is. This is a small community of people. You're not going to be able to make $10 million in this thing.
Do
You're
you
not going to
eat
be
out
able
of
to
a
retire.
microwave?
And you should be wary of the fact. All the people should be wary, myself included, to know that this ain't going to last forever.
Right. Your
And there's
time
going to be
is
a time
on
when it
short
comes
supply.
to an end. And the number of views that you get on YouTube looks more like when you began than you at your height.
Oh,
That's
no.
just the way that it goes. That's just
I
life.
haven't even hit my stride.
You know? That's just the way
I'm
that
on
it
the
goes,
way up.
baby. So let me do this, and let me end with a little shade before we go to
You gonna
talking
talk
to the
about Shane?
audience. There's a gal named Rose Blueprint, right?
I don't
And
know her.
she made yesterday. She made 4 videos about me, and to which I just want to
Good.
say, the only thing that upsets me about it is the following. I don't mind I like it when people talk about me.
You
So
like
I don't
it
mind
when
if
people
talk
talk
about
about
me in
you.
the negative. I
I
really
can't.
don't. I really don't. Now, I don't care if people talk about me in the negative, I'm just satisfied that people talk about me in general.
Hey,
But when it comes to
protecting
Rose
myself.
Blueprint, the only criticism that I have
See,
is the only upset that
I'm
I
not
have
talking
is the
about
fact
you.
that she seems
I'm
upset.
representing myself
You
pro
know what I mean?
se.
That she seems
Alright,
angry
Rose seems
by it.
upset.
And I just want to say a little free advice.
Free advice.
To Rose, if
Right.
you're out there.
Oh,
Number
yeah, I'm
one
here.
to follow. Because you said some negative things about me, I'm going to let you know the following, just to give you a little perspective.
Here's his threat.
This is just perspective.
Here we
Take
go.
it or leave it. Take it for what it's worth. You never met Max Spears. After Max Spears' death is when your channel got big. So if you want to talk about people exploiting things, the reason that your channel is the size that it is entirely because you talk about that you've talked in the past about Max
He's
Spears.
not talking about me
Like you knew
because I've never
about
talked about Max Spears.
Your new information about Max Spears
And my subscriber numbers aren't high enough for him to respect.
Some rando channel.
He only respects you if you're as high or higher than him.
Max Spears. You don't know Max Spears. You say that I can't value things because I wasn't there.
David
That's
Lux
a two-way
says
street, honey.
CW a secret
That's a two-way
Mason?
street. You never met Max Spears. You never saw him face to face. You don't know. And now you're making a video saying, saying that Christina Joan Hart, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. You made 3 videos yesterday. The first 2, you were throwing Christine Joan Hart under the bus with me.
Hey,
and
Affluent for You wants to know, Jam, how many squares of toilet paper do you use to wipe your butt?
Whatever. And then you come on back, and then the last video you make is you're in Christine Joan Hart's camp saying that she's so fantastic.
Oh,
she's
wait.
So lovely.
Xenomorph says at CW Chanter, love your haters, they're your biggest fans. No, I'm only here to document the evidence and series of events, and many of you followers of Sir Chanelot don't know what he was involved in because he's still hiding it from you. His first group broke off into other subgroups. So, do what you gotta do, but I don't hate him, and I'm not his fan. I'm somebody that is representing myself pro se, and this man has put me under great duress. He has been in a conspiracy that has plotted against me, and now he's speaking false things. So he will go down. Finally. I pushed him to the point. That's good.
They're not fans of your channel, but they are fans of me and my coverage. So the notion that I'm pushing Max Spears down and
no, they just
hurting
like a
Max
cheap
Spears'
thrill
legacy.
like most
First of all,
people.
thank God. What legacy? He died a couple of years ago. He wasn't a leading light in conspiracy land. He wasn't. And the reason that I say that Miles Johnson was putting words in his mouth and he was just an actor is because that's what Miles Johnston said, honey. You don't know. You're not evaluating things correctly.
Oh, he's
and the only reason that I'm
Rose,
giving you feedback
right.
is to give you feedback. This is
me.
not personal to me. You see how I'm talking to you right now?
Like
That's how you should be talking about me. If you don't like my approach, if you think that I should be criticized, this is how you should be talking about it. With a smile on your face, a wink and a nod, and a sign that you're being objective about things and not personally involved.
But if it's not
because
true,
there's no reason to get personal.
and you're an actor, then why would you respect that?
You didn't.
You're laying with dogs with fleas.
Like the way that I handle him. And the people that did know him don't like you and what you do with it. So as far as
positive momentum says anyone who gives back to the world is a big deal.
Or listen to people that actually knew the guy, I'm going to side with people, including his mother, sweetheart, who actually knew him. Okay? You're way too emotionally involved. You need to take a chill and just take a breath about things. Number 2, I thank you for making videos talking about me. I really do. That's not me trying to be antagonistic to you. That's not me trying to tease you or anything else. It's to say, thank you for thinking that I've got enough value that you would talk about it at all. Whether you talk about it in the future or not, that's your personal choice. If you can't talk about it calmly, if it gets you upset or angry, you shouldn't watch my stuff.
You are never calm.
Because there's no point in being angry about it.
And you're under the
there's no point in taking it personal. Do you know what I mean?
Whether it be drugs,
it really is what it is.
Or worms. Maybe you're handled by
a big worm. So there you go. It is what it is. So, and
not
also
what
the
you say
notion
it
that
is.
it is what it is.
No, it's not.
So calm down and don't take it personal. Also, I want to say is that you made like 3 or 4 videos yesterday. The last of which you made. First of all, let me create a
I gotta go
factual
check this
correct a
gal out.
factual error. I don't know what Robert Stanley eyes color is, but I know the following.
Uh-oh.
Adolf Hitler had brown eyes.
Here we go with the slammer
Adolf
on
Hitler had brown eyes, not blue. That was part of the thing that was so unusual about his love of the Aryan ideal and the blonde-haired, blue-eyed ideal, and why
He's
people look at the whole thing
brown-eyed
and
people
reflect
are full
upon
of
it with
shit.
a little bit of quizzical
Hey, Chanter, I
questions
got
about
brown eyes.
his own ethnic origin.
You know what my
or why-
dumbass
but instead
ex
of
Dopey thought?
psychologically,
That blue eyes
that
were
he
perfect
was
and they never
portraying
needed
an ideal,
glasses.
saying there was an ideal that he
Guess
didn't
what? He wears
approach. He wasn't
glasses,
a-
bifocals.
he didn't have blonde
He has
hair,
no
he
peripheral
didn't have
vision.
blue eyes, he had
Never
brown hair
did. That's
and
why he
blue
didn't
eyes.
get in the service.
The second thing of all is this.
Then blue eyes aren't perfect.
You went from
Sorry.
0 to Hitler real quick. You made 4 videos about me yesterday, culminating in a late night rant. Basically, I don't know what you're like implying, except to know that you somehow put me, Robert Stanley, Adolf Hitler, and Queen Elizabeth in the same category because we all had blue eyes. Well, number one, again, factual correction: Adolf Hitler had brown eyes. But number two, where are you going to go from there? If, like, you should.
Hey, wait, I know where we're gonna go. Lee Veltman says making fun of David Icke and Mark Dice is a lot of fun. Just don't throw shade at the Flat Earth Society. They have no sense of humor.
Parsed it out. But anyway, that's it. That's the last thing I'm going to say. It's time for me to move on. I've given the video the amount of time that I can give the video today.
Oh, good.
But I will take maybe 15 minutes. 15
No,
minutes.
we've got a
with
half
the live
hour
chat has
for
become my
questions
hobby.
in the live chat.
69
It's a
viewers.
hobby, it is.
69. All right. Thank you for taking the time. Thanking everybody for thinking that I have any value at all, that I'm worth paying attention to at all. Whether you love me or you hate me, whether you think I'm antagonistic, or whether you think what I'm saying has got value. Thank you for being here.
No value.
Seeing the regular players
evidence.
in the live chat is always satisfying and always makes me feel like $1,000,000. Seeing that there's 69 people listening at home always makes me feel like $1,000,000.
David Lux
Really
wants
does.
to talk about the Rosie
So if there's any
Cross.
specific questions for me that you'd like to me address about today,
about
about
old
anything,
religions.
go ahead and put it in all caps so I know that you're specifically addressing me and asking me a question. Also, because time is of the essence and I don't have a million years to hang out, I would ask that if there's any
He's only
side
got 30
conversations that are people just going back and forth or making statements to each other, that we calm that down.
Oh, Reamsey put up a promo for him on his channel. And if he dislikes it, let him know and he'll remove it immediately.
CW Chanter, I put up a promo for you on my channel. If you dislike it, let me know and I will remove it immediately. I can't imagine.
Hey, wait. Oswald Spengler says at CW Chanter, did you see the Jordan Peterson addresses the Jew questioning recording? Now, remember, the Jews and the Zadokim Zanash are 2 different groups, so tag it. Oh, Jerry says at CW Chanter Werewolves promo. Chanter the Enchanter. Oh, Jet Pet. What's up with Suze Pratt? Suze Pratt's CW videos. Hey, Jetpack. Were you in the Satanic Sacrifice? Hey, Jetpack. You know about the little orange pumpkin with no face they were going to sacrifice? Hey, Jetpack. You ever heard of the Conscious Consumer Network or Mel V or Biggie Boho? Hey, Jetpack. You ever heard about the Computer Misuse Act of the UK? Hey, Jetpack. You ever been hacked on a brand new computer? Oh, what here?
I'll tell you exactly what's up with Suze Pratt's CW videos. They're highly critical of me. They don't make a lot of sense to me, though I've added one or two of them to the CW Chanter in the Wild playlist.
You don't remember.
I'm thankful she gave me any attention, though I'm not happy that she's unhappy. But if you know Suze Pratt, and plenty of people know Suze Pratt and know her online.
I'm nobody.
This is very common for her to do.
No, it's not.
She's very particular. She's very demanding. She appeared on the live stream with us back in the day, back in maybe in 2015 or 2016.
No. See, it's just your particular
group. We all had to immediately kowtow to her needs, take care of her needs. She was
my
Michael
needs.
Amieros who had the audacity of suggesting that he disagreed with her opinion
Isn't
about the
that
existence
funny?
of Atlantis.
We're gonna have to play
At which
that
point she went
video,
into an
aren't we?
emotional shame spiral that only
No.
Reamsey could
No,
save
that's
her
what you guys
from
did to me.
by praising
You
her
are
home
flipping it around,
decorations,
as
which I will
always,
say at
spell
class, you know what I
casting,
mean? She's a
talking
classy
smack
guy.
on me,
So, and
and
after
trying to
that,
get the
she
word
went
out that
into,
I'm
I
some
think she
super
wanted to do
bitch.
more things, but as I was
And Jerry
speaking to her, I
Chihulu
was
says
having
I'm a
trouble
Facebook
managing
kind of
social
person and
media.
gives me the
I was
wink.
having trouble managing a
No,
lot
I'm
of,
a YouTube
keeping in touch with people
person.
and
I
making all the
am
connections I wanted to
my
make.
own
And I
person,
think
and
she
you
felt
have no
slighted and
reason. Morgan's friends when I first met all these jackasses that you roll with.
That's Sue's Pratt.
Let's be honest, Jerry, remember?
She didn't want to burn. And she
Because
said, what, X
I know
number of
Randy does.
subscribers, and I've got X amount of subscribers, and it is what it is.
Jamstick. Oh, wait. Wait, DJ Nimbus says my home is classy decor, and it says a lot and laughs at me for my home. That's nice. Jamstick says it smells of shit here. Why is that? Oh, a Jerry Chihulu has entered. Because I'm on Facebook, I smell like shit. Thank you very much. Nice case you're building here for me.
By dealing with problems and criticisms.
But Eminem wants to know, I'm working, but if our community is supposed to be new age, then why do we keep bringing back up old stuff? Interesting. Ramsey says I have a beautiful home. And Jerry Chihulu says MEH. Lee laughs.
Big stream or low stream in real life.
Mark Nichols says, hi CW, I asked Rose to debate you and she said never. Right, I'll never debate you on your channel either. I'll do it my own way. I hope Rose does too. Maybe Rose will learn something from what Suze does. Oh, I'm gonna be like posting your thing here shortly. But you know you guys are trying to hack me, you dirty rotten.
So I'm sure she'll still be tuned in. We were just talking about Suze Brack. When it talks about Rose, it's the same thing. Before she was fighting with me, she was fighting with this other guy, Robert W. Lester.
I never fought with Robert Lester. I don't even know him. I don't even know Robert Lester. That is a direct lie, and I'm not connected with Robert Lester in any way.
Is that it's got very limited value. To me, I love it.
Steve Ray says she named me.
Into one of my
onto
one of my playlists. CW channel, what's my position on IQ? So here's my position on IQ. It's particularly problematic. Number one, it's a complex subject matter that we're tempted to take as just like it's a given.
We've had enough of that because I can see earlier that's where I was. And of course this live stream is now 4:31 p.m. so it's no longer live. It was live 5 hours ago, which is when I began my documentation before I worked on a client. Consulted, worked with a client, you get it? Now, in the meantime, you're the one mocking me because even though I was illegally evicted from 18 Church, I should have got a lawyer. What the hell should I be paying a lawyer for when the town told me from the go they didn't want me here? What kind of bullshit you want me to engage in? Kind of like you want me to engage with you. I practice positive indifference with the town of Ferguson as well. And I'm not just a Facebook person. I've dealt with humans up close and personal my entire life, and in 30 years of a successful business that was destroyed, and you people mock it. Now, let's go over to my Facebook, or my YouTube. Hey, wait, I've got 2 YouTube channels. Well, I think I'm a YouTuber. Maybe we should go to my channel, and we should go to, for real, my creator studio. Okay. My video manager. I have 225 subscribers. Hang on. I'm very controversial, and a bunch of people just bottomed out on me. I'm looking at my statistics. 36,694 views, 225 subscribers. Like I've told everybody, this isn't a popularity contest. I didn't do it for the subscribers. I was speaking about Mike Brown's end of his days here in Ferguson and leaving messages to my grandchildren, and you people want to mock that, and Mel tells me I can't talk about my personal life, you can blow me sideways. And the only people my channel that are leaving are the people that were plants and shills getting information. So they know I'm serious business. Like I said, this is no popularity contest for me at all whatsoever. And that's not what's important, is it? Otherwise, you guys are just pieces of fuck compared to the people that have millions of subscribers and you mock them. So, you're ridiculous. And they listen to my stuff. Okay. I want to see all my action. Alright. So, we're going way down my stream. Because this happened over 2 years ago. So, they think it's buried. Which is pretty funny since it's my YouTube channel. I mean, that's funny. So now we're going to kick up something current day to confirm and reaffirm what I have been saying over and over, and no one will listen. You people are fools. Yeah, I said it. Are you kidding? There's some pretty smart people that's got it figured out, which is why I've got the support I do. I mean, I don't get which part of the memo y'all can't wrap your minds around. Now I'm at May 31st, 2017 because I've done over 300 videos. They always have so much intellectual property, so much research, so much crammed into these long shows that you never had the time to watch. And then you're gonna cry to me because you don't know what you did to offend me. I mean, alright, so now here we are in late March of 2017. So we're getting close. We have Sophia's Emporium and the Lawyer on Spirituality, March 28th, 2017, 11:40 p.m., 14 minutes and 43 seconds long. Next we have Sophia's Emporium on CW Chanter. That would be March 28th, 2017 at 11:28 p.m. He knows about this, but he thought it was gone and he thought he had the upper hand. Let's continue. March 28th, 2017, 10:57 p.m. Sue speaks out on Chanter with Sophia's Emporium. Right. Now, let me go to my 5th page of videos and see what we got over here. We have Unbanned, Unplugged, and Unaware at the Late Night Triple Feature Show, Sophia's Emporium 2017. That's all got to do with Chanter and Mel and all of those douchebags. Very interesting. Now, the one I did on March 4th, 2017 is blocked in some countries. Isn't that funny? And then we have Spirituality and Politics, Take 2 on March 4th, 2017 at 12:23 p.m. Ah, Spirituality and Politics, Take 2, March 4th. Right, so I put this up within 1 week of the attack that CW doesn't remember that he did to me, and my exact words when I were there in his show. Now, of course, I'm running Mel down. March 2nd, Mel's Vacation Antics, which was when supposedly her boo-boo kitty computer got hacked because you guys were trying to cover up the story and Mel was getting ready to go into hiding. Remember, CW? That's when you took over the reins, and Z was already a million miles away because we called him out at Standing Rock, which was at the end of 2016. Do you remember? I know you had your head in a booze bottle, but I didn't. Now, I find out who's who, which has a lot to do with you, on March 1st, 2017, 3:18 in the morning. You know, I'm breaking the Presley mystery story, so I'm busy. and that's in February. On February 9th, I did Hackers Are Back, iPhone Disclosure, Sophia's Emporium with Suze. That was February 9th, 2017. Then, of course, we have February Fun via Troll Town, Sophia's Emporium. So see, all along, I've been collecting the evidence like I told you and told you and told you. I never deceive anyone. I full well give them time to stop, drop, and roll. But not you. You claim plausible deniability and act like you don't know why I'm coming for you. And that makes you a big pussy. I'm sorry. And I don't mean the kind that you stick your sausage in. I mean the kind of little bitch that doesn't deserve a real woman. Now in January, I did, on January 28th, called The Big Con Job and What We Can Do About It. That's 5 hours and 12 minutes and 32 seconds long, and it has all of y'all in there. Now, on January 27th, I did What is the Computer Misuse Act? Suze versus the Vermeys. Are you telling me that you appeared on CCN with Z and didn't know what Mel and Blowhole did to me? I mean, go ahead and try to admit it. You'll never make it. Okay. Now, January 27th, 2017, 12:29 p.m. The final chapter at CCN, Preparing for Battle. Right. Of course, Randy was on my show before he left CCN. And that show I put up January 14th, 2017, because I was terrified that Mel was going to take all my stuff down because she said she was going to bury me so deep I couldn't get up. So believe it or not, my computer is also full of my own shows that I paid for through the Conscious Consumer Network that they like to rip down on people. They've done it to many of them, as you know. And that's an old game you all play, with knocking channels out and talking untruth about people. So I just wanted to bring that up and document it. Great video. One of my first videos with Mel and Blowhole. Well, it was actually around the 4th of July. Well, you know, it was good. The history of modern media. You are being lied to. It's actually Suze on being lied to from all you guys. How you like that? And accountability in journalism with Sophia's Emporium. Right. Y'all have no accountability. You are not a journalist. And that was logged in January 10th, 2017. Now, your buddy Mel has some scam artists you probably know called Vicodin TV that are involved in this suit, too. And they have hundreds of channels. And they make false copyright strikes. So I hope Google picks up on that, and I'll make sure to put it in the tags when I go back. Vicodin TV needs to be checked out. So does all these people that are making up false allegations and getting videos taken down. A lot of good people are falling in this battle, and we can't have all the rotten ones left standing to shit on the people, can we now? Alright. I'm back to December 8th, 2016. And by then, I was still full-blown in CCN. And of course, I did a big disclosure on Mel called Talk on the Wild Side with Suze. And that was November 15th, 2016. Let me go to page 7 of my work. All of my intellectual property that y'all have prostituted and refused to look at while you sit so smug and make your allegations against me and crucify me. And you want to know why I want to call you out? I mean, it'd only take a moron, so I'm full well documenting this in so you can watch it later. I know it's going to take you a long time, but it's mostly you. You should be fine with it. Oh, wait, it's not. It's mostly me. Right, because I'm bringing the proof. And you are the research. You are here so people can see and get an education on how scammers work and con men and untrue people. And hopefully a few people will realize that they can trust some people, and from there they'll figure out who they can trust. And I am trustworthy. So the last thing you better do is try to make me to not be. Because they'll get you and they'll fry you. 2016. Mel and Biggie get pissed. September 27th, 2015. Yeah, see, that's where I log in what they did. And remember, you knew because you were talking on Zoom, misusing the app, with your buddy Z and Mel and Blowhole, and all you jackasses, and now you got ModWiz gonna do it too? And you think I'm not gonna say nothing? Don't play with me. ModWiz is really into, JLL, but he only looks at Sophia as Mother Earth. Fucking blow me sideways, ModWiz. You think it's all about Elvis. I think it's all about you not playing Rock Band worth of shit. And being an alcoholic your whole life, and mistreating your 3 wives, and being a bitter SOB when it comes to women. You're straight, but you don't respect them. They're only good for the little boink boink thing. That's right, I said it. Prove me wrong. Bring me your facts, figures, and statistics. Okay. On September 11th, 2016, 4:40 a.m., me and Z and Randy makes 3. That's always a classic. Then on September 10th, 2016 at 3:30 p.m., we have Behind the Scenes with my sisters. That's when I busted Mel. I turned on my own camera since I was paying for Journalism Academy, which was no such thing. It was a huge scam and ripoff, remember? So I had every right to turn on my own recording device because Zoom gives everybody the potential to share those Zoom rooms. Now see, like ModWiz said the other night, when they do it, he's not gonna really let everybody share it because he wants to keep it a secret and it'd be cool. And he's gonna pass the baton so each person gets their chance to speak for however long they want. And oh yeah, since it's Gnostic, he's gonna have a GIF fire for everybody attending. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I watched that because, see, I've been being cool with ModWiz because I wanted to give him enough time to hang himself. You get it? Because the decent one that I defended first, when you were fucking him up, was your other buddy that still's got your back and treats you halfway like he really wants to trust you, man. Raksha Moose, remember? I mean, you guys got a relationship, and I can dig it. But I wanted to let Raksha know that I thought he was more of a man than you are. And I went and told him so. And ModWiz made faces at me like I wasn't allowed to be there. Wanted me to join the club. You gotta be kidding. All he wanted was information. And he's the one that's mocking the Elvis story right along with you. So, I know how you get your information, fool. Alright. Like I said, Behind the Scenes with my sisters, September 10th. Mel and Elise Diavlon. Then we have Talk on the Wild Side with Mel, September 10th, 2016, 12:55 p.m. Then we have one called Life in the Academy, September 10th, 2016, 5:01 a.m. Hey, can you imagine how traumatized I was getting ripped off $4,000 and having my computer hacked by the Conscious Consumer Network? Remember they put the back door in TeamViewer? And they released that worm in my computer? And ever since, my iMovie hasn't been right. And there's that red minus mark somewhere in the computer. And the only reason my computer hasn't blown up or isn't ruined is because it's too full. And remember, Apple wasn't able to hold up their contractual agreement to be able to restore my computer without wiping it. They weren't smart enough to know how to work on iMovie when Apple puts iMovie in there. See, that's where y'all go falling like a deck of cards, isn't it? Because you guys know the ins and outs. So you can scam anybody you want because you know in the end, you're not going to get caught on a loophole. Just like a damn lawyer would know. Junior Achievement. September 10th, 2016, 1:53 a.m. September 10th. Okay. I left out of CCN without Mel and Blowhole being able to figure it out until 2 minutes before it happened, late in August of 2016. So there's my timeline, and that's all logged in for the evidence. We're at 1 minute 59:09, and so I can break this video up and bring the actual docket testimony as well. So, as usual, I thank you a lot, Sir Channelot, because surely you helped me out a great deal today. Now, my phone is hot. Oh yeah, I know what that means. Think I'm stupid? So, with that, I'm gonna shut the phone down, but real quick, don't worry, I've already documented into the authorities. So, if my video doesn't work, we'll know who to call, and I'll just bring it back up another day. But for now, peace, love, and light from the Big Yellow House on the Third Cosmic Ray in Sue's world.